we are starting a new adventure here for Adventures to Die For, which is going to be a new YouTube channel that is associated with everything D&D related. We'll be talking to friends and other people that want to go ahead and become guests and do everything with the channel itself. That being said, we are going ahead and live streaming our awesome sessions here on twitch.tv/thetedster. And yeah, we're going to get going. All right, so to go ahead and get started at the beginning of all of this, a lot of things happened last session. So last session, you spoke to a woman who was, well, I would say Jabu was probably more infatuated than she was. Jabu went ahead and signed a contract. He didn't realize that the contract was for his soul if he didn't succeed. And finally, Beacon went ahead and gave his soul up to go ahead and essentially break or void the contract. So Beacon is soulless right now, and the only lead that you have currently is to go to the bathhouse and retrieve a weapon. The weapon that originally the demon asked you to go ahead and grab for her. And that's where we're at now. A whole day has passed. You decided to clean the bathhouse in order to gain a way to stay at the Goblinfell Tavern, and you're currently at the first circle of hell here in Damnation. And there you go. What would you like to do from here?
Well, I'd like to see how everyone's doing. Where is everyone right now?
We in hell.
So I'm just gonna wait into the, I guess the main room, and see, wait for everyone to come out.
Yeah, Terror comes out of his room, and you can tell that he is not in his joyous self.
The guy had a hard time sleeping with like reptilian heat, body heat concerns, and so he's been up a bit. He's been concerned about Beacon, but Beacon like comes wandering in and says like, just like good day everyone, or how are we faring?
I mean, I'm good. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get that smell off our us for a while. How are you feeling? Like, you took, I mean, we did that cleaning, but you also took a beating the night before.
Yeah, the Sturges did a number on me, taking as much as the blood that they took, and so I wanted to maybe apologize for the moment with Elau, if that was confusing. I think I did a good job explaining myself.
I mean, if you got something to add from what you were talking before, go for it. You know, I understand if you're beat up and stuck in the moment, but maybe all of us could use a little bit more explanation, you know, but, you know, your feelings were your feelings. But go ahead. If you got more to say, we're here. We're in hell. This is the best time for it.
So I think we've seen some of the effects of contract signing and soul gathering. It was hard to. I don't agree with that way of weighing and the value of a soul, and so 190 souls was a problem before, and then how much problem this relic that we're meant to get. I don't understand what it would be, but obviously she was telling us the true value of it, and I think that from here we need to find We can't trust her as a guide. This 9 days of service, I guess that's maybe our core, that's why we're here. Right, is we're trying to find our way to pandemonium. And I don't think we're going to, the devil doesn't seem like the way. And so, but I apologize for that within that 15 minutes of the buyout period that I had to act quickly. But it doesn't seem as though I was disallowing a devil's service for our cause. Does this make
Well, I
sense?
feel wonderful. A good day's work of the man making me do what I gotta do. I feel wonderful. This place is wonderful. They call it hell, but I call it a vacation.
I mean, Jabu, you came in handy. You were able to get into those real tiny spaces.
Egan takes a seat on one of the chairs and sort of relaxes.
Tarek walks over and he had been staring at Beacon as he was explaining himself for what it's worth, and then he just turns to Jabu and looks at Beacon again, and then he looks at Thorka and he says, "All right, Thorka, these two clearly have some level of impulse control in making rash decisions. I just am expressing to the two of them as well. It's like we have to really think about everything we're doing here, because you could see the ripple effect."
Are you making fun of me?
I felt some responsibility for Jabu's. I cast a spell into Jabu. I invoked the Eco Splendor, and we had seen their airnesses before in the mine. And I was naive to think that we could just her tongue wasn't good enough to just she tricked him.
Yeah, and Tarek I just start shaking my head, and I just continue on. I said, "Look," I said, "at this point, it is what it is. But based on the two of your actions, and I don't know whether Thorka agrees or not, and this is the way that I see it, is just they were two rash decisions made one after the other, and we weren't even here for an hour." All I'm saying is we've got to really show some restraint. And I kind of look at Jabu and I look at Thorka and I kind of whisper to him. I say it's going to be tough with that one.
Listen, if you want, I can go ahead. Here's what I'll do from now on. I'll sign your name. That way, I won't get in trouble no more.
No, don't sign anything. Don't sign his name. Don't sign my name. Don't sign Deacon's name. Don't sign anyone's name. If you really don't know what you should do, go talk to Tarek. He out of the five of us, and then Thorka gestures to the big man, because he's part of our group.
Mm-hmm.
Tarek
The guy's been settled down on a stool, not trying to break it.
Tarek is the leading expert in contracts out of the five of us. And just to kind of follow up with what Tarek said, I get it, you guys. You did things that you thought were good. Well, Jabu, you were just horny, and that's fine.
I'm very lonely.
You were lonely.
I need somebody.
It was a noble act, and I think what you did was right, but for the moment. But I think Tarek's right. We really have to talk about things before we just act on them. So, Beacon, you were last night, while you're resting and in between, you were telling me something about where you got the map, and maybe there's another way.
All right, that was all right. I guess we can talk about preparations.
But I say, well, hold up here. I look at Beacon and I say to him, I said, but because of what you did last night, are you all right? What is, clearly you're not 100%.
That's very true. Well,
and I asked this purely, and I'm being straight up honest, looking him dead in the face, and I'm saying I'm straight up honest because I'm thinking of my well-being. So if we've got a loose wheel, I need to know. I think it's just the party really needs to know about it.
He sits back and takes a deep sigh, and he says, I've been spending my time just thinking about what happened and the message I was given. I don't think any of you would have heard, but the angel released me. But a decent amount of, not a decent amount, actually, it's curious, right? I have power of my own. I am a sorcerer. So my sorceress magics, I am still the master of. I can bless you. My healing words have potency. But some of the magics that I could invoke from Mount Celestia, I no longer have a connection to. So I cannot.
And did he say why, or just it was like that was it?
It was a relief. I know that if I die, I'll come here, and I will transform into a Lemur, and so my afterlife is forfeit.
And I'm the gambler, Thorka.
Yeah, I know.
I'm the one who takes
and
chances.
You know what? and even last night while trying to get to bed, I'm like, it was a move that maybe I didn't agree with, but you know what? What a move.
Well, the only reason I'm here is because Jabu healed me after that Minotaur. I can't just have someone's life on a piece of paper like that.
Yeah, but that's number 2 for our friend Jabu. That's soul contract number 2 that he's done. So and I'm looking at Jabu, and I just gotta say, I'm like, Jabu, I mean, you just can't sign on the dotted line anymore.
Can you
I
read?
apologize. She just was so convincing when she said it to me.
I'm sure she was. I'm sure she was.
She looked me right in the eyes and she said, listen, you don't need to talk to your friends. Because I was going to go talk to Talker. I said, Talker, you should come over here. And she said, you don't need to talk to him. And I said, wow, the way you smile and look me, you would see into my soul. So I signed the paper. I figured I could beat her. Besides, I would have gotten a cool sword.
If I could ask you, I don't want to insult you, because I remember you told us your story when you escaped from your tribe, and you were young and you maybe couldn't read the contract then. But was the contract in Infernal? Was it? Are you able to read Infernal or Common?
I don't read very good. It's hard for me to read sometimes. All the words put together give me a headache.
All right.
I just believe what people say. Because I'm true. When I talk, I'm telling the truth. I never lie.
We're in hell.
Yeah.
Things are
I just try to believe the best in people.
That's nice. Well, so
here's what I'll do from now on. Jack, can you take a pocket and turn it inside out?
All right. How? Why? I just have to ask why.
You should just trust me. I would never do nothing to hurt you. I guarantee.
So I reach in one of my empty pockets and I turn it inside out.
I shall hold on to this little flappy thing.
And I immediately turn it back inside and I
Where
say,
you going now? Hold on now.
"Oh, Jabba."
I wash my
said-
hands.
It has nothing to do with it. I said, you know.
But if I stay by your side, there's a chance of me never, and I mean never, be writing some again. I guarantee. Look at these eyes. Would I lie to you? And I smile with a crooked smile.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an insight check. I haven't done an insight check on Jabu. I don't think the whole game. So
All right.
clearly, yeah, he's totally tells the truth all the time. I just don't understand why you just keep getting into so much trouble. It's just I just don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe it's my darling personality. Or maybe I just, sometimes you just gotta take a chance. Look,
And
I took a chance and I found you people. You see how the things work?
That's true. I agree with taking chances, but
Can you imagine
there's a certain my chances are more of a refined chance.
Oh, I don't got time for all that.
I know that, but what we need to have is you just need to just reel it back in.
All right, I apologize. I will try not to be a jerk no more.
Hair.
You start
No,
hearing.
you're not being a jerk at all. It's just
I don't even have any here.
You start hearing somebody go up the stairs. They're kind of hitting their boom, 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 boom up the stairs. And the bartender is coming up the stairs. Hey, weren't you kids going to the bathhouse tonight?
That's right, Mr. Cadell.
Well,
Yeah, we going there, yeah.
well, why don't you hop to it and you can clean some more?
Oh, is the door open? Is it the servant's way?
Well, the door is open. I mean, you can clean whatever you like, but it better be spick and span. I went ahead and had some nobles come in and pay some money for some nice baths. I know how stinky the nobles get.
Gosh, staring you up in.
I don't want to clean no
on
more.
over towards the stairway.
This truly is hell. I don't want to clean no more. Do we have to clean?
I lean to Thorka and I just whisper to him. I say, I'm gonna kill the bartender.
I mean, we will most likely kill and burn down this place, but I do agree with Beacon that we need to find this thing and and maybe holding on to it and keeping it away from you. So we gotta go to the bathhouse. That's how we're gonna start this. So let's go.
As long as you're
going, everyone.
As long as you're living underneath this tavern, you're gonna be cleaning those bathhouses. And he goes back downstairs.
So at least we can talk about that as a point.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, when I was given this map, by someone I met in Inverness, and when I was asking for a place of safe harbor, and so he gave me the name of the tavern, the Lion's Eye. This goblin palace is where we happen to have been taken by Marcus. I think we should try. I don't know how to even think about exploring this place, but I need to maybe pay somebody to find a way to the Lion's Eye. And I'm not sure how we feel about spending these coins.
And the coins they're talking about are the soul coins.
That is a thought. Because I'm not gonna stay here for much longer. And now that the wheels are turning a little bit, so maybe we can kind of work this to our advantage. If we could find this place perhaps first, then we just go to the bathhouse like we're going to clean it, and then just instead go and find this relic. Find the door and look for this relic. And then just take it and then just screw it.
There might be someone downstairs that knows of. We just asked those random goblins that we saw. There might be someone downstairs that knows of the line.
Yeah, we should go do it right now. I'll do it right next to you, Chief, because I got your back. I guarantee you. We going now?
Yeah.
Let's go, everyone.
We can just head on downstairs. And then we can head on towards the stairway. How can we do? So the people by the fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say who was off. Yeah, who was
Beacon
off?
was sort of
the
looking
north
at
of us.
them. It was like the not goblins in the tavern.
So
Right.
as you look at the individuals next to the fire, they look like tieflings that seem to be clothed in common clothing.
I guess I could try speaking in front of them.
I kind of give Beacon a nudge and kind of give like the head nod.
Alright, so he'll make his way around the table and like sort of walk, like not stealthy, like he's sort of announcing himself, and he'll say in Infernal, he'll say hello.
They say hello, and they say it in Infernal.
My name is Beacon. I was new to damnation. And I was wondering if you could help me to orient myself here.
The one here says, "Help you," and then this one goes, "Ha ha 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 ha." Sure, we'll help you. What do you need help with, Beacon?
When they laugh, I also would like to laugh, and just sort of laugh for too long, like ha 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 ha. Yes. Here, I found myself here on this side of the city in the Goblin Fell. I'm looking for better establishment, if that makes sense. Have you heard of the Lion's Eye? That's something I've heard of, if that even translates into Infernal.
Well, there's only one place it's called the Lion's Eye that I'm aware of, and the woman, which is the one in blue right here, says to you. That would be the Wandering Emporium. The Wandering Emporium has a tavern called the Lion's Eye, but it doesn't. You don't find it; it finds you.
Huh. Interesting. This is curious. Is there a way to attract it to if that makes sense? I'm very curious.
It tends to find those who have artifacts or other rare trinkets, rare things, and even people willing to give up their souls.
Can I do an insight check on?
Sure.
Yes, I'm gonna see how this rolls. Yeah, 19. He's talking about the souls in this place. Is this like a scheme or something?
As you're looking at her, you don't see that her face is moving in any such way that would signify that she's not telling the truth. She almost just is having a fun time talking to someone who's fairly new versus talking to anyone else.
Interesting. Well, what is your name?
My name is Deceit.
Deceit. Quite interesting. I don't.
That's not French.
And yours, sir?
My name is Braun.
Braun. Yeah, I guess he's probably looks pretty brawny. Well, if This is an interesting. These are interesting notions. Do you stay here in the tavern, or do you have a place that you work?
Well, we have ore that we mine deep in the mines themselves. We go ahead and gather other materials for people within the town and the city. It's a fairly easy process, but we live only a couple blocks away from the tavern.
And your master's name? I ask as politely as I can, assuming there's some sort of infernal hierarchy.
There's no infernal hierarchy here, sir. This is the first circle of hell. It's all those to themselves in this area. It's damnation. But you're new here. You'll get it.
Deacon lets out the sigh that he was like, oh, thank you. He's like, I need to do some work here, but I guess I'll see you around.
Sounds good.
The seat, Braun. Good to meet you.
And they turn back to the fire to go ahead and gather more warmth.
So I just walk over. I can give you a little bit of a translation lowdown about the Wandering Emporium.
And Thorko, what was that?
So I just wanted to, when that conversation was going, would I have been able to just, since I could pick up what they were speaking, would I have been able just to kind of just do a translation, like for Tarek?
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. So you
And
guys.
so that way when Beacon comes back, and good job, Beacon. That actually gave us some needed information.
That's just the rest of like a map location to find. That's curious.
So you mentioned the Emporium.
I think that's also. Is that also what Marcus?
I can say that my guildmaster told
I'm
me.
being sort of quiet, speaking with the group, I guess.
Yes, this is among hush whispers, and I think kind of. I look at Thorka and I just say, and then I kind of look at Jabu, just kind of grab him over here. And anyways, I say, before we left, I was talking to my guildmaster, and he said there is a place called the Emporium, because he was just, it was basically, we had a conversation. I was asking, why does the food taste disgusting? And he said that's just the way it is, but there is a wandering place called the Emporium that sells food that tastes the same as what is served, for whatever that means. And now you're saying that there's this other place there.
The Lion's Eye is a tavern that I've been told that they also spoke of, I guess, is known as like a good host, I guess.
Right. So I'm all in to try and find.
And it seems from that conversation you were having, Beacon, if we get in like continued in hushed voice, we get the item while we're cleaning, they'll come to us.
Something that, I mean, she's right there across the table, so we'll be extra.
And they are right. I say those tieflings are right about trinkets and whatnot. Because I also found out that the Terra Guild gets some of their artifacts from the Emporium.
Okay.
And that's the whole bigger story. But just keep that in mind about the Emporium. So when they say that they'll find us if we have certain items of interest or trinkets.
Interesting.
I don't doubt that.
You might have some representation here then, if they already have something with negotiation. All right. So do we have a way we can just go into the door, right? Are we ready to do some work?
I kind of just I give you the stare, and I don't say anything with just the straight deadpan face, like.
And Thorka pats him on the
Really?
shoulder and just, yes, we're ready. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, Jabu. Stay with your chief. Chief
Yes, sir. I'm ready to go. Let's do this now.
He's like, so ready to guess for him to finish with this.
We go
quest.
now more than me? Because I'm ready to go right now.
I guess. I don't know.
Oh.
Ooh,
And,
look. One of
you
those
know that
demon
back
girls over
here
there in the corner.
is
You
the
see
door,
her there?
right?
She's sitting all by herself at the table.
That door is to the back where he has all of his other supplies.
Which way is the way to the bathhouse?
The way to the bathhouse is to exit through here, and then
Ah.
you would go around, and then I'll shift you to the next map once you go that route.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Like, I thought we like the back room of this.
The demon glances at you guys while you leave. Are you going somewhere?
yeah, somewhere.
I was told not to talk to you.
Oh, why not? You don't want to talk to your friend?
I guess sort of Beacon will
I'm
sort
not
of wave you off and say I'll be with you in a moment and say if I could have a word with you, ma'am.
Where's Jabu at? Oh, okay.
And the guy will be a little hesitant. Yeah, I'll give him a little nod and like I'll let him walk off.
Yeah, I kind of gave that the female devil just gave her the snub.
Mhm.
Just kind of walked right by her, gave her the snub.
Yeah. Beacon, are you going to talk to her, or are you just going to leave?
So I'm just I'm not going to sit, but like as I'm walking by her, I'm saying you I don't. I'm not bound to you. Correct?
Ha! You're not bound to me. I just have your mortal soul. So I will take it, and when you die, I will make you something different, something interesting.
It's that necklace that you bear. Well, I will find you again, I think. Until I can find some better place to stay than this.
I'm sure you will.
And I'll just
I
walk
want
up.
to announce I want to cast mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Yeah. And okay, so I'll walk out. I just wanted to now, and as you guys said, I'll say sorry. I just wanted to not let her wrap any more tongues around.
Mhm.
If that makes sense.
So it takes you just obviously a very small amount of time in order for you to go ahead and get to the bathhouse in the very back. Once you get there, there's nothing too interesting. It's an L-shaped courtyard that features a trim lawn, nicely manicured shrubbery, because you've worked on it personally. The yard is decorated with white marble benches and stone fountains, each in the form of a smiling nymph, tipping a jug that spills water into a circular stone basin. There's a goblin in the area, and there seems to be two nobles inside.
Beacon's going to sit up on one of the benches and start applying one of the gels.
Just as a clarification, your gels from last week will still work because we are still within 24 hours, so you don't have to reapply
Interesting.
another gel.
Okay, right. I wasn't sure. Cool.
Good to know. Good to know.
So there's that. Yeah, does anyone have any expertise in this sort of thing? I just want to come back, do a reconnoiter, and come back here.
Well, guys, we're gonna walk around and figure it out, right? Get a lay of the land, see what we can find.
The guy puts on some big, hefty leather gloves that fit for his claws.
I look at Tarek where I'm like, you're good at finding things. I'll protect your back.
And
Yeah,
as you
Go-
enter here, the walls of the 20-foot high pillared chamber are adorned with frescoes of bathing royalty. Natural light streams through stained glass windows, creating colorful patterns on the tiles of polished blue marble that cover the floor. 3 shallow, sunken pools contain scintillating, perfume-scented water that you're very used to cleaning at this point. White marble benches bearing stacks of dry towels are situated near the pools, each of which come equipped with a pair of brass faucets.
Hmm.
Ah, the cleaning crew has arrived. I have done a good job stinking up the tub over here. Why don't you two or you four, however many you are, clean up the place while we leave? And then the other noble laughs.
Before Tarek loses it, I'm just gonna like, very good, sir. Just you thanks for using our facilities, and we'll get right to work for your next visit.
Thank you. And they both start leaving.
Right. So immediately as they start to leave, Tarek starts to scope the room out, and
Are these nobles humans or devils?
get the lay of the land and start to search for just see if anything out of the ordinary wise that I can see.
From what they look like, they looked humanoid.
Okay. Yeah. There's a goblin.
And as you look inside of the rooms, they look like masseuse tables in order for people to massage, which you're kind of worried about. Maybe that's your next, yeah, it's going to be your next job. There's also a goblin that's sitting inside of the pool right here, kind of enjoying the perfumed water.
So I'll just walk into the room and I'll close the door and I'll just blatantly search.
Okay, sounds good. Just do an investigation check for me. From your investigation, you don't really notice anything. You do see that that underneath there seems to be some more clean towels, some bottles of perfume stored under the table, and the natural light that enters through the stained glass window. But those are kind of the only things of interest that you notice in that room.
All right, so I'll nonchalantly as walk out of the room and walk over to the other room and basically do the same thing.
Okay.
Beacon, I guess we could. He wants to address the goblin that's relaxing. Maybe like, it's a good day, sir. I hope your stay has been pleasant. We need to close the facilities for cleaning. Was there anything I can do for you?
I paid for 45 minutes in this pool, and I've only been in here for 5. So unless you're willing to massage my back for free, I am not getting out of this pool yet. Tarek, you notice that there seems to be some sort of interesting, strange thing over to the north. When you kind of push on that wall, it seems to move inward. You feel like if you push it hard enough, it might swing in, so that there might be some sort of secret door.
Good to know. Can I do? Yeah, obviously the door was shut. I shut the door behind me. Can I do like a search for traps?
You can, yes. No traps that you can see. It seems to just push in like normal. You look at the hinge on the sides, and you don't see anything that would be out of the ordinary.
All right, I will. I'll push it in.
And it reveals an entrance.
Got it. All right. So I will come back and I'll come outside and I'll kind of walk by and I'll be like as I walk by Beacon and Jabu, I'll kind of be like under my breath I'll be like come here. And I'm just trying to get everyone to follow me away from that goblin.
Beacon's gonna be like, excuse me, sir. And the guy's gonna go and try to find a towel. Like a section. And then just if that's not hard, you can just come back to try to.
Yeah, it's certainly not hard. There are towels in the main room and in the room that the guy just went into.
So the guy's going to sort of just be distracting and pampering the customer. And Beacon can come over here.
Okay.
Did you want me to distract the goblin?
The Beacon says it looks like the guy seems to be handling it pretty well, and the guy is sort of wrapping it up in warm water, and he's saying, "Would you like this sort of well?" And if he can't help, he'll put like the warm towel on the goblin's eyes and give him a towel wrap.
Oh, well played.
Oh, it's so nice of you, Lair Turtle Man. Go ahead and put the wrap on my face. I'll just lay here a while.
That's your service, sir. And he sort of do some grumbly sounds and set him up. All right, so we can come over. I mean, have him be relaxed. If we could be quiet. Beacon says, "Like, what do you have, Tarek?"
Tarek, are you I don't think anybody can hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, I had a crash.
Oh, sorry about that.
So yeah, I wasn't around. All of a sudden, yeah, I had some. I said I'm having some technical difficulties, and then that was
Okay. Great.
So, but I am back. Just
All right, cool.
For a second. All right, I should be good.
All right.
So I was calling everybody over, and I said, guys, I found there's a secret door. I think that's where we need to head. To find this relic. So I say we just go do this right now. I said, worry about this clean job later. Leave this goblin, let this goblin soak, and we'll say, yeah, we'll be back in like 5 minutes to pamper you, sir, and then we'll just go down this passage.
Well, he seems pretty distracted right now, so let's just go.
Just leave exactly.
Let's go.
All right. So I walk over to the room.
Mm-hmm. As you open the door here, the goblin yells at you all. Hey, when you get back to whatever it is that you're all doing in there, come back and massage my shoulders for me, okay? Thanks.
And I yell out, I say that the little guy will have you covered.
I believe that's a part of your 45-minute package, and we have that scheduled coming up soon. So don't worry, sir.
I like small fingers. No problem.
We'll make our way into this back room.
All right.
Tough love, Jabu.
Whoever is inside of the room, I'm going to switch you over and move you over. Jabu, you're the only person not in that room yet. Just to give you a heads up.
Can I do an investigation? I'm sorry. I want to do an investigation quickly. I rolled before. I got a 13. I want to do an investigation on the bath water. I just wanted to see what kind of water it is. If it has any healing properties or anything.
Definitely no healing properties. It's just perfumed water. It's kind of their way of having nice bath water as much as they can, but no healing properties. Smell good properties. That's basically it.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm going now.
Okay.
Into back area.
All right, don't touch your pieces. I'm gonna move you.
Hmm.
All right.
Hmm.
So the rooms and quarters on staircases seem to be like hewn from limestone, and they don't seem to be lit at all. So if there's someone who cannot see, you will need some sort of light.
I kind of look back
The god.
through. I look at Thorka. Are you? Can you see? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm
Well-
good.
The god says I cannot see. I can light a torch. Is that alright?
Yeah. I mean, if you're asking the DM,
Yeah, that was the
yes.
guy been asking the group. Is it alright? I light a torch. I guess.
You gotta see, big man. And anybody else have a better idea than just lighting a torch?
I don't have anything that could be localized.
He can sort of size.
What's that? That's what 2040?
2020.
2020.
He can sort of size. Says I can no longer invoke light, so I don't have another option right now.
It's okay, Beacon. Let's Dagos, light a torch, stick to the back. You can cover our rear. Tarek, you want to get in front and I get in back of you?
Sure.
Or would you like me to get in front of you with my shield?
No, that's fine. So I kind of step over Jabu, and I just kind of step into this. I guess it looks like a corridor of some sort.
And then Jabu, get behind us. Just watch your back. I'll make sure to try to protect you. You make sure to blast things if we see anything weird down here.
That is what I do. Yes, sir. I guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of looking down towards the south here, down this corridor. And it looks like it goes off to, I guess, to the left.
Mm.
My left. I mean, physically it goes off to the right, but
That's good.
all right. So I said everybody hang tight for a second. I'm gonna walk down this corridor,
Okay, we'll hold here.
kind of poking around as I walk down here, and being stealthy as possible.
All right. Roll a stealth check for me. Very stealthy as you walk through.
All right. I'm kind of like looking my head around the corner a little bit. All right. So seeing that the corridor, I guess, are those steps going down or up?
Those are steps going down. Some things you do notice personally. You notice that that the ceilings seem to be about 8 feet high, just from kind of inspecting the roof, and just from inspecting the hallway itself, and the whole area seems to be braced with wooden beams. You're kind of worried if something were to happen to any of the wooden beams, but yeah, everything seems to be braced in this area, in this kind of dungeon of sorts, with wooden beams.
Okay, good to know. All right, so seeing that goes off to, in that direction, I will come back just to the party. And I'll just quickly tell him, I say, look, it's a very narrow corridor. It's not very high. It's very braced. Did it look like was it carved rock, or was it like finished?
It seems like finished limestone.
All right. So clearly there was something that whatever this is down here. But it's very narrow, and it goes down, and then it turns off, and I can't see any further. But that's a single file as far as I can tell. So,
So, are there wooden braces in the room that we're in?
Yes.
All right. Okay. The guy wants he takes I don't know if he's to use his tools, but he takes a look at the wooden construction. And I guess I can do an investigation of carpentry to sort of see how decrepit or not these things are.
Sure.
Let's do.
yeah, I would. And Tarek just says, yeah, from what he's seen, it looks like if you were to damage some of that, it probably would not be in our best interest. So.
So 13 is the guys giving a once over of the construction.
Yeah, it really doesn't take the god too much time or understanding to know that the wood seems to be soft and rotting. So it's just really not something that you really hope has any damage taken to it in the future.
I think this is we could be in a collapse. If something goes bad. All right.
Yeah, I would have to say if there's any type of dangerous encounter here, I would just be aware of your surroundings as best you can. I mean that I'm just trying to say that. So all right, so I guess Tarek he will step in again, doing what he was doing before, just creeping along stealthily.
Sounds good.
To see what he can see in this little alcove or this cubby hole, this room.
Just more of the same. It seems to be a room with no discernible qualities.
Okay, can I do a quick investigation?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
16. So, as you are taking a look at this discernible room, you're looking and you notice that to the south of the room seems to be a secret door, just like there was upstairs. You're starting to think that there's a lot to this dungeon than meets the eye. And as such, you're a bit worried yourself. You feel like if you press hard enough on this wall, that it will open up for you.
Is it the one right where I'm at?
Right where you're standing. Yep. It would be basically this bottom wall here.
Right. I'm gonna give a quick listen, see if I can hear anything on the other side of the door.
All right. You keep listening, and a moment passes, and another moment passes. You don't really hear anything.
All right. So I will go back to the party. And basically I will tell them, I'm like, all right, I found what looks like, and I say off to, I guess the west over here. There's another secret panel. And then we have this single file corridor that's leading down. What do you want to do?
I mean, we can either go down or just see what's on this floor first and then go down.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, with finding that secret door, the secret door above, there's definitely more beneath this bathhouse, obviously. If this is where this supposed relic is. So, do we want to? Yeah, wherever you guys want to go. Let's.
It's a coin flip. I say we descend. Or
yes.
I will. I do want to go down because at least my thinking is they said that, or you said something about that might be where the water source for this place is. That's why there's clean water here. But I wouldn't mind checking out this room because I don't want a chance if there's anything down here to get the flank on us. So if we can just take a quick look at what's in this room that you found and then just go down.
Well, I didn't open the door. It's just it's a room, and then there's a secret panel in it. And I listened, and I didn't hear anything.
I mean,
The
then
the
there
guy
could be
has-
there could
the
be
guy
anything in there.
says, I have. What if we get really quiet? Could we try to listen for water?
Oh, to the descending stairs.
Just see. I have time that we listen for the sound of water.
We could try that.
And just we get as quiet as we can. Whoa. We get the 21 for perception to listen for water.
The only real thing that you hear is it just all seems to be differences between, murky water. You don't really hear flushing or flowing water, but you can tell that a lot of these rooms are probably going to have some murky water to them, making them a bit more difficult to walk around in.
Right. So, interesting. I think we could probably, if there's, where it's louder, right? Is that our,
Well,
to follow the stream?
let's try down, guys. It seems as good as a direction that we could take right now. Tarek, down?
Which this side or the other side?
Oh,
Did we think the hidden? Oh wait, you didn't open the door, and there was a stairway.
Yeah,
to
the other
our-
is single file going down.
yeah,
And
that's what I meant, going down the stairway. But I still would be fine checking out.
Let's open the door,
room.
and then we know which way the descent is.
Okay.
All right.
I could thaumaturgy it open. I think if you point it to me.
Well, I was
Tarek
gonna
has
try
good-
and do gonna do a quick search for traps before
Mhm.
opening anything.
Either way. Jabu.
Again, as you push the door a little bit just to see, or push the wall, it doesn't seem to be trapped at all. It just seems to be very loose and able to be kind of pushed through. It seems like you'd have to push yourself completely through in order to get to the other side.
So like a squeeze play.
Yeah, you'd have to make a decision to go to the other side and then go all the way through.
Okay, so Tarek he kind of closes his eyes and he pats his shoulder and he calls his familiar Paz out. And I'm gonna send a Paz through the gap in the door. Oops. To take a look-see.
All right.
And he's just kind of. And is this corridor totally dark?
Yeah, it all seems totally dark.
All right, so he's just doing his little flutter by. And kind of can he see what that is up here?
It seems to be some sort of stone altar of some kind. It seems to be covered with entrails.
So he's gonna go one more, and then he's gonna come back to here, and I was in communication with him, so I was relaying that to the rest of the party that it looks like there's some type of altar down there with some type of entrails.
Okay.
So this is getting interesting.
One second. No one or nothing was in there.
I didn't want to keep pushing it from the angle that he saw that, he didn't see anything from just creeping around the edge. It looks like there's a little open area
This door is
that's
this door
further
not-
south, and then this is off further east from where we originally came in. Underneath, if that makes any sense. So, is there any way we can push this door a little further open? Or does it seem like you have to try and squeeze through this thing?
It seems like you would have to try to squeeze through no matter what. There's just enough of a gap in order to go ahead and push yourself through. If you spend enough time and energy, just enough force, you could push yourself through. You haven't tried to push yourself back out, back through with your bird or anything else yet. So you're really not sure if it's one way or if it's going to be something where you can come back afterwards too.
Oh, okay. Well, then clearly I have to try and see if I just assumed the owl could get back through this space.
Yeah, you don't know.
Oh, can he? He's gonna try.
As
And
he tries, he is able to.
Ooh. Ooh.
Did it look difficult for the owl to come back?
More annoying than difficult. Like it's almost like trying to squeeze yourself between two pieces of or two trees that are just small enough that it's just uncomfortable.
So gauging the size of that, and I'm looking at myself and I'm looking at Degas.
yeah.
Do we even look like we can even get through there?
You look like you're going to have to really put some effort in to do that, which you can, but I would need a strength check in order for you to go through there. You kind of gauge it as it's going to take a little bit more effort than a tiny owl to do that.
Well, could the strong guys try and push that door open maybe a little more?
You can certainly
I can-
try. Do
yeah.
anything you'd
Yeah.
like,
I'd like
Yeah,
to
I can
try to
step
push
up.
that door, and maybe me and Degas can put our shoulders to it. So if
I'm
maybe you want to
pretty-
help aid me in doing that.
I'm pretty good at hauling things myself. If we could add our strength together, maybe we can attach a rope to it.
Is it pushing it in or out?
It's pushing in.
Okay, so let's do it together. And
Get our shoulders on.
so do you want to aid me,
Sure.
Degas?
Sure. Yeah, we'll work together.
Okay, so I'll make the roll. So roll 1 with advantage for helping.
All right.
All right, 21.
So as you push the doors open and you really put all your strength into it, you do get kind of nervous because you damage the wood in the area a little bit. And you're going to do 4 damage to the wood as you're pushing that. The damage seems to be substantial, but not enough to go ahead and break it completely. So you are thankful for that. The doors do seem to be much easier to go through, so it will not be any issue for you to go through them.
All right, guys, I'm gonna, and Tarek, if you don't agree, but let me go in first, just so that way I get my eyes on the area, and then I'll call you guys to come in next. All right? Is that okay?
I think so. Do you want?
Yeah, like I tried to explain, there's like an open area as you come through that's to the south that
This is
looked
what they see,
empty,
by the
and
way.
then off to the east, it's a narrow corridor, and then you start to see what looks like, I said, you'll see this altar, and then we didn't see much more of the room than that.
Okay. All right. So So Thorka's gonna go through the now wider door, just so he can put eyes on things in case there's something waiting for them. Is this the direction I want to go into?
No, you're going through this
Okay.
direction.
Okay. Thank you. And Thorka goes through.
Can Degas use his little hammer of mending to try to fix some of the damage that we did to the doorway?
Honestly, the wood is so rotten that, I mean, you could try, but you're kind of like your passive insight tells you that jostling the nasty, rotten
Pieces are just falling
wood
off.
is probably better decision just to leave it be.
Yeah. Okay.
Tarek is going to send a Paz through the door.
We'll see down.
So what do I see now that I'm on through the other side?
As you go through the other side, you see more limestone flooring as usual. As you look down the hallway, you do see the piece of the altar that Tarek was describing to you.
Okay, so since I don't see any things, as far as living things right now, I'm gonna go myself back to the door and just kind of try not to be super loud about it, but just tell them, all right, start coming through now. And then I'll move myself back here.
Okay. Just tell me if you want to go through, and then I will pull you through for you.
Oh, I stepped through.
Beacon's also going through.
Degas as well.
I think Degas gonna go last. There's Jabu. Jabu, where are you going? Alright. Well, Jabu, if Degas can squeeze his shell through, he'll try to pull.
All right.
So this room over here, is there anything of note?
Doesn't seem to be anything of note. It's just cool limestone on the floor.
All right, I'm gonna tell everyone to just kind of just chill for a second, and I want to do an investigation.
Okay. So the super sleuth that you are, as you are looking at the limestone, you do notice a small dagger on the floor. The dagger seems to be in the very corner right here.
Okay, that's strange. So I'm gonna, can I like search this area for traps or anything?
You can, yeah.
It just seems odd that it's.
Doesn't seem to be trapped. Just seems to be just some random dagger that is just in the corner, leaning on the wall.
So I'll pick up the dagger.
All right.
And I inspect the dagger. Do I notice anything out of the ordinary about it? Or does it look just like every other dagger that I've seen?
Let me pull that up for you. So the dagger itself feels very heavy, and it's made of almost like an iron that you've never recognized before. It's very dark. Embedded into the hilt seems to be bloodstones. You recognize the bloodstones from your travels and being on the seas.
Actually. Okay.
Would this be something that I may have known about, like some type of infusion? I've seen it. Have I seen this like on the open water, or is it just it's not totally specific to that?
I don't think you would have seen it in the open waters, honestly.
Okay. All right, so I'll just come back to the party and I'll just kind of show them kind of what I found, just inconspicuously leaning up in the corner over in this room over here.
Yes, I actually own some of the gemstones myself, but I don't. They're pretty valuable. Not like diamonds, but is this metal similar maybe to the metal bars that we got?
Do an investigation check on it, and I can give you more information on that.
All right, I'm going to like take a look. If you let me take a look at the dagger,
Sure, absolutely.
I can
Kind of holding it forward at, showing the party,
So I'll
Sure.
cast. I'll
That's a
cast-
beautiful dagger.
I'll take a look at this. Not so well.
Beacon, you really focus hard on this dagger, and honestly, you have the biggest brain fart that you've ever had. Maybe it's because you have no soul. It's so difficult for you to focus at this point, but as you stare at the dagger, nothing comes to mind.
All right.
May I also try my hand on it? Maybe because I have a little bit more experience with weapons, and that maybe it might trigger if it was the same metal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perception.
So you do recognize at least a little bit that the iron that seemed to be used definitely looks a lot like the ingots that you had went ahead and dealt with before. You're not sure. Maybe they're made of the same thing or the same materials. You have a feeling that they probably are.
So I think I think it is the same as what the metal we found, guys. So Tarek, I think it's definitely worth holding on to right now. I don't know what kind of properties once you forge it into a weapon it might do, but hold on.
Iron. It was that's what the coins are.
Yeah. So for all we know, there's something stuck in that dagger, or it's just made with the metal. Hold on to it. We maybe later can test it, or if we find something down here. But let's. I don't know. I don't know if we want to linger here too much.
What's the
Right,
the
so
altar is on the end of this way, you said? I point to, I guess,
So I just kind of look at everybody and I kind of do the single finger in front of the mouth, and okay.
You smell something?
No, I was just gonna send a Paz to look. He's just gonna fly in up as unobtrusive as possible. While Degas's light source is
Yeah, he puts himself against the wall to be like, at this point, it's for being hidden, I guess. I'm just curious.
The owl just notices that there's 3 wooden beams that brace the ceiling of the flooded chamber. It does seem to be a bit of a water on the floor, and it features a stone altar that's covered with entrails in the northeast quarter. Hanging on the wall above the altar is a 3-foot tall steel mask cast in the form of a frowning human skull.
Okay. So I kind of give everyone the signal. There wasn't anybody in. Let's just move into the room and check it out.
Alright,
All right.
what's this? Quite strange. Jabu, are you coming?
Tarek's not going near the altar. He's very standoffish from that. So he goes, he's like, that stuff's disturbing.
Beacon, you want to go take a look at the altar with me?
Yes, that's alright. The guy will move up behind and Beacon, be ready. And let's try like
What was she in the
Sure.
altar? We got a 20.
With your check on the altar, that means that you spent a little bit of time kind of touchy-feely and looking underneath some stuff and really trying to get a hold of what's there. You have a feeling that there may have been some offering that was made. You're not sure if it was for a god or for something else. And otherwise, you see the steel mask that's against the wall in the back, and that's it.
I guess this is an interesting time for this.
I got a feeling like something bad happened here.
I wanted to ask you
I
that
think so, buddy.
being in hell, have you received in your rest? Are you still empowered by Thor's blessings? Like you can call on his prayers, or did you have difficulties in the night?
Ted, could I confidently say that I feel the same as far as my connection to Thor?
Confidently, you can say that seems like Thor is definitely in tune with you and wants to protect you because he is with you.
Beacon, last night was probably a hard night for all of us to sleep, but I did rest, and I do feel that my connection to Thor, as of now, is still strong and connected.
All right. Well, I can give you guidance, and maybe we can try to. I can see if we can try to understand more of this altar. And I
So,
touch you and cast the guidance cantrip.
okay. So yeah, Jabu gave it a really good look over. Does this give me any, like, if I look at it through the eyes of things I've studied at the temple, maybe the mask or things on the altar's table, does it trigger anything in my memory?
I can't say that it would. You came across an altar, and for what you know and for what you understand, human entrails being scattered amongst a stone altar, the things that you would recognize that to be accustomed to is maybe some sort of sacrifice to something. Being as how, it's in a dungeon like this, who knows what it could be for.
And the big mask on the wall, anything I might have looked at in a book or had a conversation with another priest?
If you want to roll religion check to see if
Okay.
you would understand anything like that.
Okay, and then Beacon, you just guidance me for that?
Guidance you, and if I can also help, I'm pretty sure I can do that. We can try to think about the religious implications of this sacrifice
Okay.
in this room.
So you're giving me help on this too?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll make the roll and then add the guidance after advantage.
Yes.
So, okay. So that would be 22 on what can I know anything about this mask?
So, the mask itself seems to be a pretty much a feared god that you've heard of once before in a book called Baal, Bhaal. Usually it's a god of violent and ritualistic murder.
Mm.
That's
God
the
of
mask
murder.
itself.
Mm.
Now, when you put two and two together, you have a feeling that maybe there was a sacrifice to this god on the altar. That's just putting everything together in your head. But that's pretty much everything that you can come up with.
None of us are students of the god of murder, but you can see his sigil on the broadside. This is dark. This is bad.
So we have a bathhouse that is possibly powered by a relic, but then there is an active sacrifice to Baal. And I look over to Jabu since he was looking at it from a different point of view. Does this all look like a fresh sacrifice, Jabu? Like all the pieces look. How old do they look of anything that's on here?
God is actually
Well,
good at taking animals.
This looks like an ancient type of ritual. Something that I would see a lot of people doing up, when they want to impress a god and communicate with somebody. That's all I could tell. There's not much I can really say.
But do you think it's fresh?
From what Jabu sees, he notices that the entrails have probably been there for maybe a day or two. But overall, you really wouldn't be too sure because it's pretty nasty and murky in this area.
So fresh enough.
Fresh enough where I don't want to be around here no more.
Yeah, I think we.
Can we
Alright,
keep
well-
on moving? I'm getting uneasy.
I don't
All right,
know.
let's
There's not
keep
much
going.
we can do about this, but it's an indicator of perhaps what's to come.
So actually, I recall the familiar into the pocket dimension, and then I just continue going forward.
Okay. As you look here, you notice that there seems to be a bunch of tapestry on the wall, and it depicts a grisly scene of four faceless figures ripping apart a fifth figure who is screaming. That's located there.
Hey, Tarek, can take a look at this tapestry? You mind, just I don't know. Is this here for just someone's decor or for something else?
Oh, my token is gone.
Oh, hold on.
I wouldn't be opposed to burn hand, perhaps, but that's maybe one of those impulses.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was that, Thorka? I'm sorry. I drifted
So-
off for a second.
It's okay, buddy. This place is gonna have that effect. So this tapestry, it could be here for someone's whole decor or whatever. I don't really care for it. But could you take a better look at it of if there's anything else weird about it? Poke behind it maybe. I don't know. You've heard the same stories. Things hidden behind paintings. I just don't want to touch it.
Yeah, and you said it was some type of grisly scene.
It matches with if they're
Four people
worshiping
tearing
Baal
apart.
down here.
Yeah.
It matches up with that. Murder is
Uh-huh.
up that his alley.
Let me just cast Mage Hand. I'll just Mage Hand and try to lift the tapestry. And so I do that. I cast Mage Hand. And...
Okay. Hold on one second. Let me
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I don't want to touch some of
move
this
back,
religious
Tarek,
stuff.
you move back, and I'll move back with you. You guys move back too.
Let's not be maybe in the sacrifice room.
Yeah, and then let the hand look, but make sure to put yourselves away.
The guy's
Tuck
gonna
yourselves in.
Jabu, be safe. So if we can move, I could be 30 feet away from this thing, so we could move a little. As long as I could see from the stairway, Let me do a little peeking.
So as if I'm moving down the corridor, I'm trying to be as stealthy as possible, and I'm just like moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I am actually gonna have my rapier out.
Okay. Beacon, let me know when you actually do the act.
Well, let's see. Let me do a little measure here. Measure. Yeah, that's fine.
Come on,
I'll
Joe.
be.
Tuck in
I
behind
think one
me.
more. I think one more step back, and then we'll be fine.
I'm right behind you. I ain't moving.
The guy, I guess he'll come. Well, he'll come in through. Oop, I put myself on top of myself. There we go. Okay. And then, yeah, once you feel safe, Jabu, you can lift it.
I'm safe.
Okay. I lift the little.
I'll just scurry on by you. I'm small enough. Pardon me. Watch out.
So as you use the mage hand to attempt to pull on or move this tapestry, it is very clear that you didn't quite understand how heavy a tapestry could be that is possibly has liquid all over it or has whatever else it has. So the mage hand does nothing. As it tries to move it, it barely budges it just based off of how heavy it is.
Okay. Like I'll do sort of like, like no wires. Like I'll go up and around the edge, just to like, have the hand hits any wires or something.
The hand isn't able to set off traps or anything like that. It can only manipulate an item. So that's you can't. There's no way to cheese mage hand to do that, unfortunately. So it's the only thing I can have you do with the mage hand would be to open an unlocked door, stow or retrieve an item, pour the contents of a vial, manipulate an item, and you can move it up to 30 feet. But you can't like have the mage hand do anything else. Yeah, so it tries to manipulate the item and move it, but it can't handle the weight of it because the weight is more than 10 pounds.
All right. Right. So I pull the gesture up, and I'll recall and I dismiss the hand.
Then you know what?
Okay.
Let's leave it, guys. It's fine. It was my curiosity, but you know what? It's not worth it. Let's just keep going.
Well, I was gonna say, I was just gonna give a big sigh and just move by everybody and search behind it. If you want me, I'll like poke it with my rapier.
Yeah.
If you wanna try, like I said, it's probably just there, but yeah, check it out.
This is where I die. But all right, so I stand over here and I'm like, it's like almost comical that like the pose I'm making with my rapier extended, trying to just like kind of tickle this, who knows how many pounds this tapestry weighs, just to try and poke anything that's going around. And then I just move forward and all right, I'll just look behind the tapestry and do an investigation.
Okay. Here it comes. So as you investigate the tapestry, you start to realize your fatal mistake. And spores, yellow spores, seem to originate from behind the tapestry. As you kind of play with the tapestry, they start to become dislodged. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. All right.
Hold on. I'm gonna use my inspiration that you gave me a couple of weeks ago, and I'm gonna give it to Tarek to give him advantage.
All right, you get advantage. Let's see if you get it done, Tarek.
Come on, Tarek.
Oh man.
That's my point, bro.
Gone forever. Well, You're going to take 13 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned for 1 minute.
Don't you have a perio?
I am immune to all poison and poison effects.
All right, so you're immune, and while you're poisoned, all the poison damage you would take for each turn, which would have been, let's see, if you're curious how much damage you were going to take,
No.
would have been a total of
Wow.
59 damage over the course of
Oh.
10 turns. You ignore all of it.
Wow.
We can have.
And I kind of, after getting blasted in the face, I kind of just reach up and I just kind of grab the necklace around my neck and I just shake my head. I just say, yeah, I'm not touching these freaking tapestries again. And just kind of angrily steps back through the crowd, doesn't say a word, and just kind of pushes by everybody. And
Actually, had an idea. I could cast Al's wisdom onto you. I think that would be helpful. If that makes sense. Have you experienced this spell?
I have no idea what that is, but I just say, I go, well, I appreciate it. I go, Jabu, he tried to help. You know, I would say,
It's something that would be. It lasts for an hour. Concentrating on.
I'll pinch your hiney as you walk by.
This chamber seems to be empty, but not bereft of decor. Carved into each of the 3 doors is a full depiction of something. If you want to make a religion check, you will understand what the figures may be on the doors. There's a door to the north, a door to the south, and a door to the east.
What kind of check?
It would be a religion check. So all of you can make a religion check if you'd like.
So yes, I could. As a proposal, I could twin an enhanced ability onto
got 11.
one of you or 2 of you.
All right.
And
So
I
I
can
know
got
have
6.
nothing, Schultz.
Look at the one that's nearby me and have
Beacon's
that.
got a 7.
And then I will look to.
Holy crap. All right, so Jabu, you recognize the doors. You're the only person who seems to recognize the doors.
I'm smart.
The east door seems to have the carving of Tiamat on it.
Oh.
The one
And right here, that's that door.
I see her.
To the north seems to be the carving of Baal, the chaotic evil god of murder. And to the south seems to be the carving of Mirkul, the neutral evil lord of bones.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. Tiamat has never let me down. So I'm going to go over here by my God, and I'm going to trust in her. We should follow that way, that door right there. That's the door he's saying. I guarantee that'd be the safe way to go.
Well, I think we can. Let's make it before we start opening doors. Let's have a talk. What do we want to do?
So we know who these beings are, these deities. So something that they represent might be what is in store in the directions that we could go into. So we can try to put that knowledge together and make the best educated guess. Or kick in the door and just, and deal.
It's like it's a whole group cultist area. You have your choice of where you want to go.
And this place is weird because now it's not dedicated then to just one god.
Actually, could you sense that? Could you try?
thinking, what do you want me to try to sense?
Don't you have, as a paladin, you have a way to sense divine stuff, things?
Well, through my training, I can peer into if I and detect certain beings. I could, but what? How would you? What would you want me to discern with that?
Like, just sort of open your eyes. Maybe we could see it in that way. I mean, this might be unhallowed, and we might be in. Or I
Well,
guess we're in hell, but I don't know.
I mean, the ability will let me know if there are beings, if there are beings around.
Hmm.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying that, but it's gonna peak. This hell is full of fiends. It's gonna pick up any fiends 60 around, some distance away from us. I don't mind doing it, but I'm not sure if it's gonna discern anything about these gods and what these rooms might hold.
I say we open the door to Tiamat. Trust me.
I was gonna say we already have the Tiamat back in Inverness. So
See, she guided me all the way. She even guided me on that drinking contest I did. Trust me, it's going to work out just fine. I guarantee.
Well,
I mean, in this, I don't have any better idea other than following Jabu and see what happens.
Oh, goody. I'm opening the door.
I guess I'll go ahead and just take a step back.
Open the door. Here I go. It must be stuck.
I opened the door.
Oh, okay. The door is open.
Lead the way, Jabu.
go ahead.
Okay.
I'll go with you, Jabu. Let's go.
Jabu, let me hold up. And I touch you, and I'm going to twin an enhance ability onto you for wisdom, and I will grant you Owl's wisdom.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very nice.
As well as onto myself. And
I would like to do a perception check to see if I can see any traps or anything in the first 3 squares.
All right. To you, it seems perfectly fine.
Okay. You see, I told you, Tiamat, this is going to be a good way to go.
Tarek, do you want to go behind him?
I just say, I look and I'm nodding, and I just say, yeah, I got this. So as we're going through, I'm just kind of sticking with Jabu.
And then I'll
Now,
follow
Tech, if
Tarek.
you want, you can hold on to the inside of my pocket.
Okay, so Tikka's standing there with the holy symbol of Bahamut on his neck. And just before he walks in, he's going to do his own little religious roll about Tiamat. Thinking about this dragon door.
Oh, boy. I'm going to do a perception check around this corner.
Okay.
So 19 for Degas. He's looking at this
I
depiction
mean,
of Tiamat.
The depiction just has him understand that it's a depiction of Tiamat. I can't give you any more information about Tiamat other than, just the information about Tiamat.
Cool. Alright, he sees he's gonna hold on to his holy symbol and step through.
Oh, my goodness. There appears to be something over there to my right, your left.
Can I peek around the corner and see, kind of do the get down low and just kind of stick the head out with the eyes just around the corner just to see what I can see?
Yeah, you have to roll stealth check for me and see if you can stealth
Alright.
over. All right. So
I am sneaking.
Roll 20, man.
So as you slam your feet onto the murky area, because all this blue is all water, so it's
fabulous.
difficult. So it's difficult terrain. When it's gray, It's not. So once you get into that water, it's difficult terrain. So as you start splashing in the water, anything that may be over there absolutely knows that there are people behind them. The eastern part of the room is unlit, flooded, and braced with floor-to-ceiling wooden beams. Rough-hewn steps rise out of the murky water to a western portion of the room, which seems to be dry, and flanks a stone altar. Shackled to the wall seems to just be a suit of armor that you necessarily can't see yet. Otherwise, you saw two grim figures, a powerfully built woman and an even bigger man wearing a bucket helm. And they seem to be looking at you, and they're curious why you're even here.
So am I like? Yeah, I'm like laying in the water. I take it.
Yeah, and they heard you. They could see you. You punted it real bad.
All right, I'm gonna walk up a little bit.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Jabu. What's your name?
Hello, Jabu. So the male says, "My name is Yignath, and this is Kazira."
That is a lovely name. Have you are you celebrants of Tiamat?
Why, we are. Why don't you come over here and pray with us?
I'm a follower of Tiamat too.
Oh, good. Come over and pray with us.
I can't. I have to ask permission. 1 second. Tarek, Dorka, am I allowed to go over there and pray with the strangers I just met? They seem like lovely people.
Deacon says quietly, Torko, why don't you see how they react to you?
You told me I can't do nothing rash no more, so I'm just asking questions.
I doubt they're lovely people.
They'll see your mark.
Oh, all right. So she can go over there. All right.
Tarek clicks his boots of speed.
Okay.
Apparently, I can't come out over there and talk to you. I'm sorry.
Well, why not? We just want to pray to, you said, Tiamat.
Do I recognize an altar behind them?
You recognize the altar looking a lot like the altar that you've already ran into before, except except it seems to be missing a lot of the things that would normally be sacrificed onto the altar, like all the bloody, nasty parts.
Yeah, it's picking that up. Mm-hmm. Well, what you doing over there?
We're just, preparing to pray to Tiamat.
It's so dark in here.
Well, I mean, darkness is perfectly fine.
Takes a step forward and carries his torch in. Sheds some light in there.
Oh, that's one of those altars we saw before. Are you praying to? Are you making privilege to Tiamat?
Well, we're going to sacrifice something for Tiamat. Why don't you come over here? I'll show you.
I can't. My friend said I can't come over there.
Well, that's not acceptable.
Otherwise, I'll come over there. Why? Do you need help?
Well, I mean, it's stronger if we have more people that help us.
Oh, see, they just want some help.
Hey, Jabu. So what was that sacrifice of the altar, the other altar? What was on the table?
It was like guts and like insides.
So what do you think they want here?
Oh my goodness. They want the turtle's insides?
I think they want everyone's insides.
Oh, you sons of bitches! How dare you! I'm gonna get mad now.
If you when you're looking at this one right here, you can see that there seems to be a skull on Kazira's shield, and it's painted in fresh blood. Look, we just want some help. So why don't one of you come up and help us?
Why don't you come over here and take then what you want? And Thorka draws his sword.
I just cast Scorching Ray.
All right.
We got there, everyone.
I will let the Scorching Ray go through, and then we're gonna roll for initiative.
Okay.
Now we're in water, correct?
Yes.
All right. So it's difficult terrain.
Mhm.
All right. All right.
So they're all going to hit their targets. Which one's hitting what?
I'm actually going to
Jesus.
spend a sorcerer point, changing it from fire, and it's all going to be ice damage.
Okay.
So 2 are going to hit the boy, which is blue, and the last one's going to hit the girl.
Sounds good.
A crit in there.
Okay, so 25 damage to the guy and 5 damage to the girl, all ice damage.
All right.
Was one of them a crit though?
Yeah, he rolled the crit.
Yeah,
Oh,
the total 46.
got it.
And then I want you to roll initiative for me.
Ooh. Nice.
I took it personal what you just said.
Beacon 16. To Gauze 11. And Thorka a 9. Oh boy. Thorka's always low on initiative. And then 0, 7. Blue. Probably gonna be the same thing. 6. Oh boy. Jabu, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use 2 sorcerer points right off the bat, giving myself quicken spell, and I'm going to cast haste. I'm going to slap Thorka right in the ass, casting haste on him.
Okay.
Then I'm going to activate Fury of the Small, and then I'm going to shoot Firebolt at the woman.
Sounds good. That's going to hit. I have some pretty scary
11
monsters
damage.
later.
Fire. Thorka, you have a whole bunch of stuff you get on with haste.
I'll bring it up so I can read it until my turn.
Yeah, because you like 6 different things.
And then from there, it is Tarek's turn.
Let me just move real quick. And
Oh,
then
yeah. Yep.
All right, then I'm done.
I was able to figure out how to link it.
All right, I'm done.
It would be a different bonus than that number, but there's haste.
All right, so Tarek, with the boot to speed on, he's just gonna run up, and he's gonna booming blade, the red guy right in the front.
Sounds good. That's going to be a hit.
All right. So he will take 14.
As your booming blade comes down on her, she collapses in agony.
Really?
Really?
So Tarek looks surprised and and then he will use okay, yeah, that actually works. So I will bonus action dash.
Mhm.
So that should be able to give me another 30, I guess. So I will dash back to here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beacon, it is your turn.
I'm going to pull out. So I'm wielding my blade of my dagger of warning, and I'm going to cast branding smite onto it, and so it will start to glow with an astral glow. And I'll ready an action. I'll move up a little bit to ready an action to throw my knife when she gets in the range.
Okay. Degas, it is your turn.
Okay. So for his distance, so that would be that. And then he needs to, and then he will, that's his full move. And he will also pull out his hook and ready to strike at her when she steps into his reach.
All right. Thorka, it is your turn.
Let me just do
All right, Thorka will move. He'll move through his big turtle buddy and engage the enemy here. When I move into that, what do I see on my right?
You see just a what seems to be a suit of armor that just seems to be sitting there.
Okay, so I looked at that in the side of my eye, and then I come down with my attacks.
Sounds good.
Okay, so first attack.
That's going to be a hit.
I will roll. So I'll do damage first on this, and then if I have to, I'll roll my next attack. Okay, so here is my sword plus the lightning damage from said sword. All right, that's 26 points of damage.
As the sword comes down with a crackle, the enemy looks at you, just dazed and confused as he falls to his knees and falls down on the ground, bleeding to death at your feet.
Ted, now if they're down, since I only used one of my attacks, could I maybe kick their bodies down, away from the altar? I want to kick their bodies down the steps, or at least away.
Well,
okay?
We're out of combat now, so if you wanted to pull them away, I mean, you just do a strength check and do it.
I'm gonna grab both, like one hand on one of the Blue's legs and one hand on one of Red's legs, and pull them away.
Degas sees you getting down the hall, and he can help haul back.
All right,
So
so
he'll
we can both do it.
pull him back one hill as fast as we can.
Okay, just
Oof.
need a strength check then.
Oh,
Alright.
that were you helping me or were we doing it separate?
I can help you. I think that's been working. So yeah, let's work together.
So 19 on advantage.
Yeah, you don't have any problems going ahead and pulling them back.
Pull him back out on the altar.
Yeah, so just moving them back. Don't want them anywhere near the altar. And then after that, that's all I want to do. I'll let the party, if they want to look at the bodies or look around the altar area or the armor. I tell them that I saw the armor inside the crevice,
Totally search the bodies. I mean,
I really do.
I will Arcana check the armor.
and Tarek will
Okay.
search the bodies.
All right.
It's shiny.
I think I can stand out. I think I can stand out, but you get up close to these folk.
So, Tarek, we'll start with you. When you do your check, they don't really seem to have anything of interest on them. However, Yignath seems to have an iron key ring on it with 7 keys. You're not sure where those keys go, but he has those keys there. On the suit of armor, you don't really notice anything distinguishable, just that the gauntlets seem to be detachable, but you don't really notice them to be magical, Jabu.
I'll take the gauntlets.
As you take the gauntlets, they seem to fly out and they start to attack you. Just give me 1 second.
Jabu.
I was gonna say I take the ring of 7 keys for the.
It's trying to. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're both gonna have a kind of a surprise round where they try to punch you with their attacks.
My dagger of warning makes us immune to surprise.
Yes.
I understand, but this is a little different because of the fact that it's more or less just you.
Like a trap.
Yeah, essentially, it's a trap that sets off, and then you guys are gonna go into combat again because of their gauntlets that are attacking you.
Alrighty.
First one's gonna attack you for an 11, Jabu, and the second one a 21 against your AC.
That's gonna hit.
You're gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as it punches you square in your jaw.
That was not very nice at all. The stupid thing.
I'm going to maintain your initiative modifiers. I'm just going to roll the new initiative for the flying gauntlets.
Tarek, as he saw Jabu take the right cross from the flying gauntlet, just yells out, "Impulse control!"
And Jabu, it is your turn.
Well, it was so shiny. Jeppu takes his hands and claps them together and generates like a spark, starts flying around his fingertips. When he pulls his hands apart, kind of like a yellowish, whitish lightning is in between both his hands, and he grabs the gauntlet that punched him to minister shocking grasp.
And that'll definitely hit.
That's a really good.
8 lightning damage.
It's going to take 8. Wasn't happy with you. Tarek, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna slide through, and I guess when I get to here, basically I want to maneuver to here, and then I just want to booming blade this the flying gauntlet here.
Okay. Yeah, it's a small construct, so you should be able to move through it. And that will hit.
Okay, so that he will take 13, and my rakish audacity gives me I can trigger sneak attack without having advantage as long as there is no within 5 feet of me other than that enemy.
Sounds good.
So it'll take a total of 23.
As the sneak attack goes through and you hit the gauntlet at just the right spot, it vanishes. Beacon, it is your turn.
Well, I'm going to throw my dagger. It's charged
Alright.
with branding energy. It's kablah. 15.
That is not going to hit.
Unfortunate. I will, I guess, move back then a step, and I will just consider my moves. And if I could reach in and pull out like a mundane dagger out of my bag.
That would take a whole action to do that.
Whole action. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I guess I'll just move in to behind Thorka's shield.
All right. Dagat, it is your turn.
Where is it? Let me look at measurement. Sorry. Boop. Boop. And then, yeah, he can get up there.
Give him the timer macro.
Dagat's going to come up, and he's going to take his hook and try to grab a hook attack at the gauntlet.
All right.
And misses, I think, the same way.
Manages to miss the same way. Just hooks into the air and doesn't hit anything at all.
All right. Well, in that case, then he's going to help as a helpful bonus action, help Thorka to hit the gauntlet there.
All right. Thorka, it is your turn.
Okay. I will move in, and I see that Dagus is like kind of holding this thing, trying to help me with his hook. So I'll take advantage with that with my attacks. Here's so attack 1, so 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
I'll do damage first. That's 19 points of damage.
You see the hand itself just twitch and squirm from the lightning, and then disappears. And we're out of combat.
Well, so I think this is in the realm, guys, of you gotta be really careful what we touch down here.
Should we just smash the rest of the armor?
I'm sorry. It was so pretty.
I mean, you didn't know. Like, let's be honest. Who would think that you're looking at a suit of armor and the hands will try to kill you?
Well, I saw it. I thought it would look very pretty on you, so I wanted to get them for you.
I appreciate it, my friend. But yeah, Tarek, do you want to look at the rest of the armor or just keep going?
I mean, I'd say let's do a quick investigation. Let's search the armor.
Can I do an investigation on the altar?
Sure.
Yeah. Beacon steps up and gets his dagger back, and no, he's holding on to 2 daggers for now.
So with the investigation on the altar, you notice that the altar seems to be basically the same as the other altar that you found, except nothing seems to be sacrificed on it. So it looks like maybe
no scripture or anything.
No scripture or anything like that.
Yeah. All right, no problem.
So, looking at the walls, I'm going to do, I guess, perception in the little altar room. Not very good.
I'm gonna sacrifice a level 1 spell slot to give myself 2 sorcerer points.
Okay. And then Beacon, with your investigation, perception rather, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary on the walls.
It's okay. So this, unlike the first one that had the big skull ball, this doesn't have like a fresco sort of.
No, it doesn't have anything like that. That skull on the wall was 3 feet high and was very obvious. So you don't notice anything on the walls or anything like that.
So there was a door over here.
Yep, there's a door over here, and
Passage going down.
And there seems to be a door down here as well.
So Tarek, there's nothing else about that armor?
I don't know. I rolled the.
Tarek,
was
for the
looking.
investigation on the armor just seems to be very plain and very nothing special, really, at all.
Okay. Looking at these two, do they have any like holy symbol of Tiamat or anything on them like that?
The only thing that you do notice is that there seems to be a skull that is on Kazira's shield that's been painted in fresh blood. That's the only thing that you notice out of the ordinary.
Oh. All right, we want to maybe that's like we chose a door and this wasn't Tiamat. We want to look at that a little closer, maybe.
I'll help you look at it. I mean, does the symbol on the shield have any relations to Baal, especially with the blood?
Honestly, you can't tell because it's probably hand drawn. So, I mean, just smeared onto the shield. So there doesn't seem to be enough description on the shield in order for you to really signify 2 and 2 together on that one.
And Miracle is also Scully. So
I mean, Beacon. Let's be down. She might have just thought it was cool. We don't know. We'll just have to if we see anything else. I mean, it probably has some kind of connotation. Just something hand drawn like that. Just you can just make a guess, I guess.
Well, it's. I mean, them then in the. This is an architecture. This building was created for. Let's just try religion. Oh, I did something. It's really one if there's a because they were pretending to be quite like people of Tiamat, and that was a lie. I don't know if there's really anything more.
So I'm going to emphasize the same exact information, and on top of that, like I said, it would be like if I drew with a crayon on a shield the picture of a skull. You have no idea, because overall it's just a crude painting of a skull done with fresh blood. So you have no idea. The information with the religion check also gives you all the information that I stated before about Baal and the doors, but that's basically it.
Just to feel confident about the investigation of them.
Yeah, I think if there's more to this on the shield, we'll figure it out. If not, oh well. Tarek, which door do you think we should take? You want to check them out?
Where's Jabu?
Jabu's leading the way.
I found a door over here.
He picked the door.
Fair. He is leading the way.
Well, I'm just saying, I found a door. I didn't open it though.
Actually, that was good job.
Are you proud of me? I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you, Jabu. You didn't open it.
Could you pat me on the head?
I mean, I can.
Please.
All right. I pat him on the head.
That was lovely. Thank you so much.
Next time you won't have to ask. I'll just do it, okay?
What? That was the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
No, is there water down here?
Any tile that's gray is dry.
Okay, got it.
Any tile that's blue is wet.
Got it.
You could.
My feet getting all pruny. Let's keep moving, huh?
All right. I can. Would you like me to open the way for you, sir? This is a normal-looking door.
Yeah, I just walk up and I'll listen at the door, see if I can hear anything on the other side.
You listen for a moment. You listen for another moment. You don't hear anything in particular. As you keep listening, you still don't hear anything.
Is the door locked?
As you move the handle, it doesn't seem to be locked.
All right, I'll search it quickly for traps.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be trapped.
All right, I'll open the door.
You open the door slowly.
Yeah.
And then I'll follow him.
Man.
There we go.
So I'm just moving along stealthily.
Just roll me a stealth check just so I can. Cool. All right. Basically, as stealthy as a elephant. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Ted, I'm not even gonna insult you with a stealth check.
Sounds good. Tarek, as you get closer to that area, you notice a few things interesting. So, as you look up, you notice that there are numerous wooden beams that are holding up the ceiling. And on top of that, you're smelling something really strange. Basically, like the air smells like rotting eggs, and the stench seems to like linger in your nose. You're kind of almost used to it by now, based on all the stuff that you've eaten that tasted like bile and other excrement. But
Uh, is it affecting me in any way, or is it's just the rank?
no, it doesn't affect
Egg
you at all. It
smell.
just smells awful. It's like you're really annoyed by it.
Roll the 12 on stealth.
You're you're actually a little stealthier than Tarek, a little nimbler on the feet than Tarek is.
Wait, let's try it. Being Hey, Dungeoneer. Beacon's trying really hard.
If moving towards the south, I'm moving to like where Jerbu is. Does it still like have that odor? Does it seem to be dissipating?
It seems like the whole room is kind of really smelly, honestly. It's just one of those things.
The guy shuts the door behind him.
All right.
I'm just stepping past Jabu down the stairs to get out of the water and away from the rank odor.
Ew. Is there anything to the...
Oh, I see another one of those tables.
This is just... Alright.
Jabu, as you get there, the dry, partially collapsed room contains a stone altar with humanoid skulls and bones piled around it. The top of the altar is covered with dozens of half-melted candles made of black wax, all currently unlit.
All right.
Right. We go juggle. This seems maybe clearly Mercure. No, but also dry.
What's over here?
That's the partially collapsed portion of the
Okay.
room.
Let's give this a thorough look, I think. So, Beacon's going. He wants to do an investigation. He's going to try guiding and looking over this skull bone, altar with skulls. See
Okay.
if there's anything hidden around it. This, that too. So, and an 11. Not sure if that's.
I mean, you don't notice anything hidden. I mean, you notice the half-melted candles of black wax that are unlit. You notice the stone altar. There seems to be humanoid skulls and bones piled around it. There doesn't seem to be anything hidden on this altar. It seems to be very plain and distinguishable.
Does it look like it was
found another tunnel.
recently used?
Yeah, the wax like old.
I mean, you can't really tell.
Yeah. I don't think it's hot.
And everything seems cool to the touch. If that gives you any information.
Yeah, I guess. No one was here just a moment ago. So, is this place, looking at this broken down area, to God takes a look, and is this, are we getting into like worse, like, construction than when we started? If that makes sense?
Who are you asking?
As the guy's taking a look at the way that the wooden beams are collapsed in this area. Does he see if there's, as we're getting deeper, is it more ruinous?
I mean, unless the guy is a carpenter by trade, I don't know how he would know that information, honestly.
He is. He does have efficiency and carpentry tools for how he's been fixing the carriage.
So what he would know is automatically is that the wood that's on there on the floor doesn't seem to be usable amongst any sizable reasoning. But being as how the both of you are brand new, you have no idea the layout or anything attuned to it. You have no idea if you're walking into trouble or not.
Right. Okay.
It's an impossible question to answer.
All right. We'll continue down the way.
It will listen at the door. Jabu and Tarek will listen at the door.
As you listen into the door, you hear squeaking noises.
So I just say that there's something making squeaking noises to the rest of the party. Do I have any sense of what it would it be a sound I've heard before?
And you recognize it as rats, maybe of some kind. I mean, other than that, you could be anything. Just the sound of rats.
All right. Yeah. Let's I guess check the door, see if it's trapped or locked.
All right, check for traps for me. Otherwise, it does not seem to be locked. You think that there's no trap on it.
All right, all clear. I lean over Jabu and I open the door.
As you open the door, it's open.
So I say, "All right, little man, let's go." I kind of give him a little nudge.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, this is your door.
I found me a staircase and we down at the bottom now.
You hear
I
more
sure do like
squeak.
it dry.
I was gonna say you hear more squeaking to the west.
All right, so I kind of relay back to the party that behind us that the squeaking's getting louder.
Well,
I'm,
just be on your guard then. Could be
Yeah.
anything really. I mean, it could be rats down here, but it could be devil rats for all we know.
I'm
So
gonna stealth.
Jabu, your stealth is about as loud as an elephant yelling and screaming as you kind of go through, not realizing. And when you peer over, you see swarms of rats, and you see someone who seems to be looming over a corpse. This partially collapsed room has 3 wooden beams bracing the ceiling. Situated between the beams is a scorched wooden table with a human cadaver resting atop it. A frighteningly thin woman is studying the corpse, her face largely hidden under a cowl. Around her feet creep a swarm of skeletal rats. And you see the different rats. She says, "What are you doing here?"
Oh, everybody's backing up.
That's terrifying.
Beacon's going to cast Bless onto Derek, Norka, and Jabu.
She seems to be saying something. You're not really sure what it is. You're not sure if it's an incantation or not, but her hands seem to be moving really weirdly and flailingly.
Oh, I click the boots and I rush her. I rush forward and I'll attack her with booming blade.
Okay. As you do that, when you get to her, she is going to cast her spell. Just give me 1 second. So they'll both kind of happen at the same time. It's a spell you guys really like.
Oh boy.
I need everyone in that
Oh shit.
That's butterflies in there.
to roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
What is that? Anybody who has blessed too, don't forget.
Yeah. Not myself.
so that's a 20 for Thorka.
Only
Okay.
once for both of me. So
And
Takala
you
Beacon
guys
will
who are
roll.
next to me, you get advantage on the saving throw for a spell.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
This is
Nice.
I'll take the nat 2023.
All right, so you're all going to take half damage. It seems to be a fireball that is necromantic fireball. So it's like a fireball of necromancy.
oof.
So you're going to all take 14 points of damage. Tarek, we're going to resolve your attack, and then from there we are going to roll initiative.
I want to use a level 1 spell slot. I'm going to use Absorb.
As
I'm
a
gonna
reaction?
Take, as a reaction, yeah. I'm going to take half of that. So I'll take 7.
Okay.
That was the boss.
Gotcha. So Beacon, you pass the concentration, and then Tarek, just roll for damage for me. Or attack, I should say. For an 18, 22, cool. And that will hit.
So he'll do 8 piercing, 8 thunder, and What is that? What is that?
Those are rats. So you jumped over a bunch of swarms of rats as you were as you ran to her. That's a rat. That's rats. That's rats. So they're next to you, but they are considered enemies.
Okay, all right. So I'm just reading the wording of the rakish audacity. So if you were within 5 feet of it, no other creatures are within 5 feet of you. All right, so I can't trigger sneak attack, but I did hit her with the booming blade, and then I'm gonna use my my bonus action to just run back down the hall to here.
Okay. From there, I need everyone to roll initiative for me. Well, Thorka's going last.
Thorka never goes. He was 0.
Thorka disappears from existence.
I was gonna
Okay.
say he is in that stuck kind of shimmering max headroomy
Turtle mode
Yeah,
activate.
I'm gonna go make a sandwich.
phasing in and out. Oh, I'm so screwed.
Almost done.
That was poor movement by me.
All right, Beacon, it is your turn.
Oh, I am going to. Thorka, you got hurt by that blast, right?
Yes, but I'm not so bad.
All right. Then he's going to twin a healing word onto himself and to the Ga. So I'll just roll here. Boom.
All right.
So 5 on both. I should have rolled them separately.
Am I on top of somebody?
Oh, it's 5 both?
No.
So, yeah. And that's going to be. And then Beacon is going to. That's his bonus action, actually. So he's going to do ready to throw a knife if he sees someone down the hallway. But
Okay.
line of sight.
Uh,
That's my.
Degas, it is your turn.
I can just can I move through people? Right?
You can. It's considered difficult terrain to do so, so it would be 10 feet of movement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right. And then he's going to, I guess, 30 to take a step here. And do a bonus dodge, or bonus dash to run up as close as he can to this guy. Does he need to be on the side of this pillar to grab him, or can he be in the corner? Sorry. And do a hook attack. Ooh, 21 as he tries to hook at this guy.
Give me 1 second. So with your dash, you set off 1, 2, 3 attacks of opportunity.
Oh, where?
This enemy, as you went to this square,
Oh, I'm
this
so
enemy,
confused.
and this enemy.
I did the same thing.
So I can let you do it, but you're gonna get hit with 3 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was the same thing I couldn't walk through. So I can.
Yeah, it's
Can I
not
do the?
it's not disengage. It's dash. So you're moving faster. Disengage is
I
getting
see.
away from the enemy.
I'll let the rats try to grab onto me. See how that works.
All right. All right. So let's roll for damage on all of those.
Damn.
The 22 against its AC for the first attack.
What was the number again?
22.
No, it was not.
9 and 24 is the third attack.
Oh, the last one here.
Okay. So it's going to be 8 piercing damage, and Degas is poisoned for 1 minute.
Oh. This last rat bites onto him. Ew. Does that do disadvantage on that attack then?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so
The
I'm
best
reroll
part of
this.
poison.
Cool. So I will do.
Boy.
So here's the. Okay, so 21 is still the hit.
Yep, and that will hit.
Cool. So 12 damage, piercing, and is grappled as Degas hooks him.
Okay.
That's. I think. Yeah. I think I could. Yeah, I did the bonus dodge. That's his turn. Sorry. Okay.
All right. So with the grapple, it just speed is 0. It is going to go, and he is going to, or she is going to cast another spell. Great news, though. Oh, it's already on the token layer.
I'm going to cast a counterspell as a reaction.
All right. What level counterspell?
The highest I can go is level 3.
And this is a 3rd level spell.
Whew. Okay.
Nice.
Thank goodness.
Nice.
So the spell is countered. Then it is going to make 2 attacks with a flail that's in its hand. $21 against Degas' AC.
Oh.
And 7 against his AC.
No.
All right. So from there, the green rat is going to go. It is going to attack you. Oh, hold on 1 second. I kind of messed this up. Oh, yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine. You just have disadvantage. They don't have advantage on you. So 12 against your AC from the rat, and that is not going to pass.
No.
The other one is going to go and attack you. 24 against your AC.
That hit.
All right. That's going to deal 4 piercing damage to you. You're starting to feel more sick, and you're worried about what that may mean for Degas.
Okay.
The orange one is going to go. It can actually move underneath the table and such.
Oh, no.
And he is going to attack you, Degas. And 12 against your AC will not hit. From there, Tarek, it is your turn.
Okay, so Tarek is going to He is going to run forward. He has the boots of speed on, and he is just going to maneuver through around over to here. So he's going to be moving through those two squares. So if there's any opportunity attacks, they would be at disadvantage.
There'll be three attacks.
Yeah. And all at disadvantage.
First attack is an 8 against your AC. Second attack is an 8. Third attack is an 11.
Okay, excellent. And then I will booming blade the friendly death dealer. Oh, nice.
All right. Well, that's crit.
So
Nice.
it is 19, 29, and I can trigger sneak attack because nobody else is around me. Well, that kind of sucked, but that is critted, so that's another 14, so that's 19, 29.
The death dealer is obliterated. He collapses and is dead.
Excellent. And then I will yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Jabu, it's your turn.
Fire both the pink rats.
All right. Oh boy. That is a miss.
Turns over.
From there, the purple.
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Can I spend? I'm gonna spend 3 sorcerer points to buy myself a level 3 slot.
Okay.
No, I'm done. I'm so sorry.
The purple one is gonna go. The rats crawl over the table and start attacking Degas to eat him. You're going after this one. Everybody else is gone, and unfortunately, you're last, Thorka. And that'll be a 12 against Degas' AC, which will fail. And finally, Thorka, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try to work my way up to Degas to try to take some of that off of him. As I'm running over there, I look at my sword and I speak the word crackle to it. And you guys see something happen that you haven't seen yet. The sword just starts crackling in electricity, like energy around it. And I come down hard and strike at the rats.
Nice.
So, first attack is a 14.
That will hit.
Okay. So I'm using the activation thing, Ted,
Okay.
on the sword to do the extra 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, so first is the regular sword damage. That's 23. And then the now extra lightning damage is another 8. So it's 31 points of damage.
And that's the pink one, right?
Yes.
And then all the rats there seem to be shocked and burnt to a crisp.
Okay, so then my second attack, I'm aiming at green. Okay, here we go. 13.
That will still hit.
Okay. So that is 24 points of damage.
you notice that most of the rats there seem to be completely exhausted. One small puff of smoke, and chances are that pack of rats will be destroyed.
Okay, so just that's the end of my turn.
All right, Beacon, it's your turn.
Let me just doing some measuring. Yeah, he's just going to come up because he hasn't even seen this kind of room yet. It's 10. Next, I'll take a
That's
step in.
25 feet so far.
Oh, to go through, it's 10 again. Okay, so 5, 10, 25. And then 30 there.
Yes.
Yeah. And I will try. There's not much I can do, Ron. So I'm just going to prepare. I'll cast another healing word on myself. Or no, I'll do an action to drink a healing potion.
Okay.
I'll do my turn.
All right, Dagat, it is your turn.
Okay. So he's going to just try to. Actually, he's going to bonus disengage and move. Take a step here next to Lorca. Oh, there. And do an attack against the green one, even though he's feeling sick.
Okay.
And then disadvantage. The poison took away the crit, so 28 to hit the rats.
Yep, it'll be a 20. It'll hit. Which rat are you hitting?
The green one.
Okay.
Near Thorka. And that's 13 damage.
That'll kill him.
Cool. He'll smack them up and then take a step back next to Thorka.
All right. Next is going to be the orange rats. They are going to skitter up, and they're still hungry for the blood that's dripping from Dagat.
Little stuff.
Be 19 against Dagat's AC, which is going to fail. And Tarek, it is your turn.
All right, Tarek will just stay right where he's at, and he will just booming blade this swarm.
Sounds good. That'll hit.
And so he will take 20 points of damage.
All right. A lot of the rats seem destroyed, but there are some left there.
And I'm going to stay right where I'm at.
All right, Jabu, it's your turn.
Firebolts, the rat.
Which one? Purple or the orange?
Purple. I'm sorry.
All right. That's a hit. And the rest of the rats get burnt to a crisp from the firebolt.
My turn is over.
Thorka, it is your turn.
Okay. I will. From where I'm standing, I will strike it orange.
All right. Does he hit? Oh, that's a hit.
That is definitely a hit. Okay. So that's 28 points of damage on the first strike.
And that eradicates all the rats.
Ugh.
Okay. And then as that last attack happened, you see the lightning dissipate from the sword.
Well,
Cool.
it's pretty interesting, Thorka. the guy, I just feel not. I'm not feeling too great. Those, those rats piled onto me.
Let me see if I can help you. So Thorka will spend some time just seeing what he can do to help him.
Just roll a medicine check for me.
Like that. Who can help to.
So that's a 15.
So just based off of what you're looking at, Thorka, you realize that the main culprit is the rats biting into Dagaz's flesh with rotten, disease-ridden teeth. You feel like maybe after about a minute, his constitution could come back. So, that's up to you.
All right, Dagus, big man, have a seat. It should run its course, and you should feel better pretty soon. And if not,
I don't think I'm diseased. Or am I? Oh man, not a poison.
Ted, I'm pretty sure he's just poisoned, right? Or do I think it's more?
I'm gonna emphasize once again, whatever I say is what you know. So
I just need you to repeat it to me because I'm just doing another thing.
Yep. You feel that the reason why he's sick is because of the teeth that bit into him, are diseased in some way, but you feel that after a minute he should regain his constitution.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for telling me that again. So I tell Dagus, just rest here for a minute. Let us look around the room, and you'll feel better.
Okay. He retracts himself into his shell, and just sort of sits his shell down against the column. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna search the spellcaster.
Sure. Just roll me an investigation for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm having a little lag.
As you're looking at what she has on her, she seems to have a robe and a flail on her. The robe looks pretty nice. The flail itself is silvered, so it looks pretty nice. And she seems to have a book with black leather covers and sports a tiny skull-shaped locking mechanism.
So I will take the book and I will just place it on the table here.
All right.
And the flail as well, and just say, I think everyone has, as far as weaponry, but here's one if someone needs a silver weapon. And then I'm just assuming, since she was, throwing those spells, that this is her spell book. So if one of you spellcasters can make heads or tail of this, this is not my area.
I could take a look. I don't know a wizard, but
Beacon, when you take a look and inspect the book, you notice that it's locked. It would require someone to pick the lock or to use a key to open the locking mechanism.
oh, I guess. Do we think? Do you have those keys, Tech? Do you think these would be?
Yes. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm gonna check the book for traps first.
Yeah.
Honestly, Tarek, there's no easy way for you to check, just because you're not really familiar with books like this. It doesn't seem to be something, but you're not sure. The lock that's on the locking mechanism seems much smaller than any of the keys that you currently have on your key ring, but you feel like if you finagle it with some thieves' tools, you should probably be able to go ahead and unlock it.
All right, I will whip out my thieves' tools and
I guess I could try to help you since I'm a little more familiar with books and bindings and such. If that's useful.
Help him
Sure.
with what process?
Either I could cast a guidance, but if he's doing I guess it's not like to try to pick at this book.
I mean, it's just a locking mechanism. You're not going to be familiar with locking mechanisms on books. You've never, unless you picked locks before.
I don't have these tools, so I'll cast guidance at you so we can see if we can help out.
All right, Tarek, roll me a dexterity saving throw for me.
you want a dex save.
Like not a dex save, but it's a dexterity check. It's going to be a raw dex check. You could if you're using thieves tools, you're going to add the thieves tools proficiency modifier.
I did, and I have the gloves of thievery, so that adds my.
Oh, gotcha. Well,
Plus
then
5,
you
so
very
that's
you
22.
you very easily open it then. You don't have any issue unlocking it, I should say. So it is very unlocked. It was like butter on bread how fast it was to unlock it.
Right. So yeah, Beacon watches me do the little, and I go, "Yep, there you go."
All right. I guess we can take a look at this. I'll take a moment to study it. I'm not sure how long if I need to take a glance at this thing, but I'll pick it up and take a look.
Yeah, absolutely. So you pick it up and you're opening the book to take a look at it, right?
Yeah.
All right. As you open the book, a wisp of black smoke rises from the pages and coalesces into a skull that cackles madly for a few seconds before dissipating. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I'm pretty good at those. 54.
All right. Nothing happens.
That was tricky.
What?
I don't.
All right, we're no more touching books, guys.
I mean, if we opened it, let me turn to the pages.
As you flip through the pages, you do notice that the spells in there are spells that she had prepared. And as you flip to one of the pages, another skull puffs out, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay. That's where they really put. Oh no, a lot of work into it.
You feel
Is a thing.
you feel, and that's
Oh.
it, right?
And I'll use a favor of the gods. The 14 will change the effort.
Okay, you got anything else before I read anything else?
That is the last thing. That is the only interjection I can do.
All right, we're moving forward then. You feel cursed. You're not sure what's wrong, but you feel like something is dreadfully wrong.
Okay, I'm done. Okay, slam the book shut, and then I won't lock it, but this is just sit there.
Ted, could I take a look at this body that's on the slab?
Sure.
So I guess I first want to just look like through it physically, not like to see what happened to it. So would that be a perception check first?
It would be an investigation.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 11.
Seems like this has been a corpse for a long time. If you were to put two and two together, you're assuming that this is probably someone who may have been raising this corpse as an undead. That's the only thing that you can think of, just based off of everything that's going on with the book, and you notice that Beacon is chilled to the bone now from looking inside of it.
Was this I get a naked corpse on the table, or was it wearing clothes?
There should be a picture of it there. It's clothed.
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't sure if that's just the picture. I guess can I look through its clothes then, or was that included in the investigation?
It's included in investigation.
Okay.
I mean, you got to believe that that very likely a zombie is not going to have pockets full of gold, So.
Oh, I was more looking for, I guess, any items it carried with any like identification, like not identification as like just anything that would help us figure out more stuff. But okay, it's just a body that this mage was working on with this cursed book. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
That means there's more undead roaming around down here.
Oh, definitely.
If that's what she was doing, if she was creating them, for sure.
Yeah, this is. I doubt it was like, first of the day. This could have been 60th of the day for all we know.
Right.
Should we carry on?
Yeah, if there's nothing else in this room.
Where is there to go? Jabu, are you with us?
Jabu? Did you go back?
Where'd Jabu go? There's a door. Did Jabu go in the door?
Last time I saw him, he was still over here. I'm gonna just take a look. Hey, Jabu, you okay?
Yes, sir.
And to the north, there's a door. You've passed the door here. This is the door that you came out of. So there's a lot of places to go.
I let Tarek take the lead, or if Jabu wants to lead again, go for it.
I'll lead again. The door right here, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna open it up.
You just hear a creaking noise as it opens.
I guess I'll go look inside.
All right. Don't everybody shout at once.
Yeah.
What?
So I'll move over here, and I guess I see stairs. And all right, and I tell over to Jabu, see if Tarek wants to come over here. Looks like there's a hallway and maybe another door.
And the god drink a healing potion from his bag.
Okay.
Oh, we came through here already.
Yeah, I'm getting a little turned
anything
around. What is from this? Okay, this is how. Oh, we looped around. I see. So this, I think there's that way down by you, Tarek.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
We haven't come this way, right?
So is this a door right here?
Yeah, so there's a door here, and this is a door that you came from.
Got it. So I'm gonna just listen at this door here.
You just hear squeaking.
And I just say more squeaking back here. So you want to do is the door locked?
No.
So I'm gonna move over here, and I'm gonna open the door.
All right. Door opens, and that's it.
Oh, and I take a step back, and I said, "Something's come down the hall."
You noticed a large rat and just scurrying about.
And I'll pull the door shut. And I just say, this looked like another rat, but not the whole group of them. A big one, nasty little thing.
Do you want to see if we can lure it out and we just take the sides of the door and try to just, do as much damage we can before attacks? Because we might have to get through that door.
It's true. We could do that.
So I'll place myself here on this side.
Want me to be in front?
And if
Should
someone
I,
wants to take the other side,
Can we go ahead?
Turk, could you
lure it
take
out.
a step back, Turk? And I can come bring my show over at the other side of the door.
Oh, okay.
What?
I'm gonna go forward.
All right.
I can't move.
I just moved your character a little bit. You should be able to move.
Lagging like crazy.
So Jabu, you're gonna try to lure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna ready, I guess, an attack. If this rat comes out, then I'm gonna, slice at it.
Okay.
Same.
I can't move my character, so Teddy, you have to move it for me.
Okay.
I just move forward one more square.
You see a gigantic rat.
Oh, can I attack it fast?
You can.
Or just scream at it and run?
What?
I'm gonna scream at it and just run away.
All right. When you scream at it, it seems to scurry off, and then you run away in the other direction.
It was so big. It was the biggest rat I ever to see.
What happened?
coming this
Jabu?
way?
Is it coming?
I screamed at it. It should be coming this way, no?
Take a look.
All right, I'm gonna go pick my head back in there again. It's gone. The rat is gone.
You scared it away.
I am a mighty fighter.
The guys
are.
Oh, wait.
To be
It's
up here.
looking at me.
The guy's coming up behind you, Jabu.
I think he can hear you. This time I'm gonna shoot it.
All right. What are you gonna shoot it with?
I'm gonna shoot it with ice. Ice attack.
All right.
Jeez.
This is gonna also reduce the speed by 10 feet.
Sounds good.
17 damage, and I'm running back up.
It's a rat. It just implodes with the ice. It turns into an icicle and just dies.
All right. Interesting.
I guess I'm gonna go back and look. Okay, it's all clear down here. I
Okay.
took care of it.
Mighty warrior.
Why, thank you. I shall walk forward.
All right.
Cool.
Care for everybody. I see there's water ahead. I'm gonna try to stealth.
Okay. You are like an elephant. going through, just making splashing noises and just not caring about anything else.
I like splashing puddles.
And there's a door in front of you.
I found a door.
Let's give it a listen.
You give it a listen, and you don't hear anything. Another moment
Is it
passes
open?
by.
I'm gonna check the door handle, see if it's open.
It does seem to be unlocked and openable.
I'm gonna open the door.
Opened.
I enter forward.
All right. As you enter forward, there seems to be 4 rotting wooded beams that rise from the murky water to brace the ceiling.
Ooh.
I'm gonna head north.
All right.
Yeah, I'll give this area a quick search. Like down in here. But I'm not gonna touch these beams.
Okay. You really don't find anything of interest, Tarek, at all. It just seems to be a weird kind of corner place of the area. Jabu, as you move north, you notice something, but you're not close enough for me to really describe it.
Ooh.
Let me know if you want to move closer, Jabu.
I'm moving closer.
So as you get to it, there seems to be really nasty, murky, foul-smelling water that's surrounding this open stone sarcophagus that's resting in the middle of this thing, of this crypt. The stone lid's kind of lying broken in 3 pieces under the water.
Am I able to see inside?
Yeah, you could. Well, without really disturbing the contents, you can see that there seems to be a inside. You're looking, and you see that there seems to be black sludge. That's since it's basically bones that have been exposed to the dampness turned into black sludge inside. You're not really sure what else is inside though.
All right, I shall go right.
Other than that, there is nothing else in that room and no doors. It's just sheer limestone on the walls.
I don't know. Let's search the room.
Okay.
Oh, there's the bust.
The only thing that you notice of interest is to the south, not to the south, I'm sorry, to the north of the sarcophagus. You notice the broken pieces, the lid pieces. But other than that, you don't really notice anything else.
Is there any way out of this room?
There's no way out of this room other than going back the way you came.
Tarek, do you want to check out this little alcove over here?
I could.
Even after spending a full minute of investigating that alcove, it is sheer limestone. You push in the walls, and nothing seems to be occurring.
Well, everyone, I guess unless um Ted, please correct me. So most of the covering of that sarcophagus is still intact, right? It's just the part that's cracked in the tip over here.
So the sarcophagus is open.
Oh, it's open. Okay.
As described, the sarcophagus itself, the stone lid is broken in 3 pieces under the water north of it. That was found with a successful 9 in investigation. Other than that, there's black sludge or black murk that's inside of the sarcophagus. Obviously, there would normally be a body in here with bones and things like that, but you're assuming that the dampness has probably rotted the bones and reduced them to black sludge. You don't know what else is in there because you haven't disturbed or messed with anything inside of the sarcophagus yet, or if you are at all. Other than that, that's it, all the information you know.
Thank you. Are you guys ready to go back and go a different way, or does someone really want to stick their hands in there?
What? So at this point,
I'll
trying to
stick my
think
hands in there.
about the dungeon.
Uh,
No,
I-
that was not a serious thing, Jabu. Is it that this was the
I'll get
Tiamat
excited.
door?
I mean, I'm not going to stop you, Jabu, but be careful.
I will. No, don't do that,
Post
Jabu.
control.
Yeah, no, Jabu. We're not touching the goo.
Well, Jabu, let me know if you do actually search it. Again,
I'll search it.
all right,
Oh,
roll an
Jesus.
investigation check if you are searching it.
Do it, but don't touch it.
8.
As you kind of look through and try to figure it out, something seems to appear. It seems to be a weapon of some kind, and it seems to be a spiritual weapon made out to look very similar to a battle axe. It immediately attempts to attack you. And it miserably misses. You all can decide to do one action, and then it is going to go again.
I think Thorka would just reactively just swing his sword at it.
Okay, go ahead and swing your sword at it.
Okay. That's 24 to hit this spectral axe.
Your sword goes right through it, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that everything you want to do on your turn?
I mean, I was done. So,
Okay.
but I'm sorry. I should have said that.
Beacon is going to try to cast Word of Radiance. Not sure how it works for that, but it'd be a DC 15 Constitution save.
All right. Nothing happens.
All right, yeah, that's his fail. And then the guy will try to see if he can grab onto the weapon with an athletics.
All right.
Is that is it passed through? I wasn't sure.
It's going to pass right through it.
All right, cool. That's his turn. He's trying to just grab a hold and
All right.
So that's his miss.
Tarek, what would you like to do?
Tarek is going to see the failed attempts by the rest of the party, and he is going to push past Beacon and move back down the corridor where they came from.
All right. Jabu, what would you like to do? Jabu, are you there?
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Can I do an arcane check on the axe?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. I guess I want to see if it's a spell.
Very smart.
Wow. 7.
You do recognize it as a spell, but you don't know what spell it is.
I'd like to cast Dispel Magic on it then.
Okay. As you cast Dispel Magic, the spiritual weapon is dispelled and goes and disappears.
Ooh. Wow.
And it was a second level spell for the purpose of dispelling it.
I can only cast, the highest I can go is 3, and it's a level 3 spell.
Gotcha.
Well, that was interesting, Jabu. Maybe this thing had like some kind of protection on it.
I don't know, but I want to make sure it go away and not hurt nobody.
Well,
Let's get out of here.
it's
It's giving me the
gone. Yeah,
creeps.
let's get out of here. Yeah.
No. So weird. Shabu, come.
Still thing.
Okay.
Let's see. There was like a couple loops around the
See if
Where
they
we
can
met
manage to get out of
first.
here.
the first altar past the Tiamat door, and that was. I don't think. I think we maybe.
I'm
done
gonna head
all-
north, straight up, and there's another door to go up. I think we're gonna try that one since we went south.
Okay.
This is where we came from.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay. Yeah, I think we need to go back to that door and Tiamat. I think we've maybe completed that door. I don't recall if there was any.
Missing all of
turns.
this.
All right, I'm back in the room where we fought those 2 people trying to say they were going for Tiamat. I guess we should go east this time.
Tarek, you smell the smell, and it's really, really strong now since that door has been shut.
Right.
Just disgusting.
Yeah, I just let them know that I just said there's this odor again. So I'm just moving through here quickly. And I'm going to go down this way.
As soon as stop, everybody stop. Everybody stop. As soon as the guy steps there,
What's going on? I can't see anything. Oh. What happened?
so the smell, just to give you a depiction of what happens, the smell itself was flammable, and because the guy had a torch and it was lit, the entire room, because of the gas buildup, explodes. I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Including me?
Yes.
I heard that a 1 is the best thing you want to roll in a check.
Everybody's doing terrible on this check. And nobody's within 5 feet of Thorke either. Oh, but but the
Well,
guy has no
wait,
problems.
Ted, did that count as a spell?
No, it wasn't a spell. It was like a trap.
Okay, so I don't have an advantage thing then. Okay.
Gotcha.
What? The guy crits it.
All right, so a couple things happen. Everyone is going to take 13 damage. However, Degas takes half. He would take 6, and it's fire damage.
Oh, nice.
All the wood that is there.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you notice that there's pillars of wood that are there. They all explode and blow up, and the entire roof collapses. And I need everyone to make another dexterity saving throw for me.
Boop, boop. 10 and 11.
All right. Everyone
Yeah.
who did not roll a 15 or better is going to take 27 damage. Everyone who did is going to take half, which is 13. The entirety of that area, where all the pillars are located, basically from corner to corner. I'll show you. It's from corners to corners. It's all rough terrain now, and it's just all debris that's fallen, and just this disgusting like mold and mildew and everything else. It all kind of collapsed on top of you.
I am bleeding.
I am barely standing, so I've just a greater healing potion on Beacon. Where's greater?
I mean, do we want to drag ourselves out of this and take a short rest?
Maybe go back to that marble room.
Jabu is bleeding. If there's nobody,
You're like unconscious.
I'm
Is that
going
what you
over there
mean?
now. I'm gonna so 10,
The guy
20.
can
and
step over. I was confused what bleeding meant.
I'm just gonna Can I just give him a potion, or do I have to stop the bleeding first?
no, you can do an action to give him a potion. And
Okay,
then
I'll use
that's
an
good enough.
action to give Jabu I put it in his little mouth, and I give him a regular healing potion.
All right.
And I'll roll that up right now.
Eric?
Yeah, Ted. Yeah,
And you get 7 back, Jabu.
when
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
when the ceiling collapsed, the Shadowfell tattoo went into effect, so I'll take half damage of the half damage.
Sounds good.
So that would be, I guess, 20 total. I'm still standing, but that fucked me up a little.
Yeah.
Let's move back, guys, and take a rest.
It is. So I guess the guy can't see now.
So I take it now it doesn't smell like that gas smell anymore.
Nice and clean, like
Nice.
a fresh, just this fresh air.
Nice.
Of course, all the pillars are gone, and there's debris everywhere. But you know,
Yeah.
10, 20,
Eyebrows are going.
30. I kind of motion everyone. Let's move back here.
oh, I love this dungeon.
Get out of the water.
Yeah, we can go back to where these bodies are here, even because it's dry up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to sacrifice a 2nd level spell slot for spell points Then I'm going to use all the spell points I have, bring me to 0, to buy back a level 3 spell slot.
Okay.
And then I guess once everyone's here, we can you guys want to take a short rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we need a rest.
All right. I'm assuming you guys are securing the doors before the short rest.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting. Once everyone is up here, I go over here. Can you show me where the doors are on the map, please?
Well, this door has been blasted off its hinges.
Right. So
But then you have the door to the south, and you have the door to the north.
I'll move over here and go and shut this door here.
Okay.
And then I'll come back.
Yeah, you could just say that you did it. You don't have to make all the movements.
Yeah, just if the guy can go try to like take like a wedge and wedge the Tiamat door shut.
Okay. From there, you feel like you are comfortable enough to make a short rest.
Right. This Chabu, before you get to a rest, because your necklace, storing spells in my ring. I haven't had a chance yet to talk to you, the group of you, about using our resources. So I have the ability to store up to 5 levels of spells. So I'm going to go ahead and cast a casting of shield into my ring.
Okay.
We'll store that for there. So yeah, I'm not sure where your resources are.
Let me know when you guys are done, and you can proceed.
I used 4 out of my 5 hit dice. Bring me back to 31 hit points.
All right.
I also used 4 out of my 5.
Use 2. I think the beacon and the god is going to use a couple. Oof. 4 for the god. The god's pretty hard. Shell, those rats were rough on him.
They're going to be rough.
I also used 4.
Sounds good.
Love you.
Luckily, you were not encountered with anything during your short rest, so you may proceed. What would you like to do from here?
So did we want to make it back to that junction area, right?
Well, I think we should go.
Well, there
where
was there was unexplored through that where that blew up too. There was further down.
Oh, okay. So let's walk through that then.
I'm going to use some sorcery points to regain a 2nd level slot. We can the junction with the Tiamat doors. Is that what we were talking? Or where we just were?
There was more area of where we were. That's what Tarek said.
All right, and then I should get around that corner, did we? Is that all right, guy? Okay, so is it right to keep the torch? Is that?
I wouldn't walk through that part again. If it smells like that smell again, yeah, that walking through with that lit torch wasn't such a good idea.
Luckily, it doesn't smell like that this time. You're imagining that's probably going to be okay.
All right. So I'll keep you guys ahead, and the guy can have a torch for now, and just keep distance and be doing some smells.
All right. What is this like little cubby hole here?
Just seems to be a crevice inside of the wall of limestone.
I mean, does it look like it's natural or is it man-made? Like somebody like excavating something?
It looks pretty natural. And that's a door to your south, Tarek.
Got it. Okay, I will listen at the door.
Where'd Jabu go?
Where'd everybody go?
Yeah, Jabu, where'd you go?
You don't hear anything at the door.
Is all the party here?
Oh, there he is.
I don't see anything on the map.
Jabu. I just saw you.
I see him.
Here. Jabu, you're in the corner.
He just disappeared.
What? I don't understand. Is this happening? Are we seeing images of Jabu appear and disappear?
I think it's just his computer or something. I don't know. He's just.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I see you at the edge of my light.
Yeah,
Oh, I have it.
Jabu, they went south.
Yeah, there we go.
Ah, sorry.
It was that we got out of
Okay, there we
line.
go.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if the door is locked.
Doesn't seem to be locked.
I will check it for traps.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be trapped. You're starting to
Alright.
feel like you are starting to feel like the doors themselves can't really handle a trap. Every single door that you've seen so far has been almost like rotting wood, and usually you've seen traps more elaborate looking.
Okay. Good to know. Alright, so I'll open the door.
All right. Looks like most of the room here is fallen in, with the debris mostly burying a sarcophagus of some kind.
Hmm.
I kind of relay that back to the party. Does it look like it's... I mean, is this like a burial chamber?
You're not sure.
Hmm.
Do we want to go? You want to go in and check it out, or let's go to the next room?
I mean, we could check it out, but, you know, I'm going to stand back here in this corner.
See what you're talking about now, Tarek. It's
Hmm.
yeah, it's kind of decrepit in here.
What is this? It's buried?
I believe it's a sarcophagus that, like the ones we saw earlier.
This one's
But it's
also
buried
marble?
It's buried under the wreckage.
Yeah.
I think we can move on.
Hmm.
Unless anybody really wants to get in there.
No, we need to. We get the last one triggered that sword.
Yeah. Gonna move out and just put myself right here.
I found a door at the end of the hallway.
Yep, Jabu, there's a door there, and there's also a door to your south, Jabu.
I went to the one to the right.
Okay.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
I open it.
All right. And it is opened.
We're here, I guess. Moving up in this one.
That's a
Oh,
weird
this
thing to
was
say.
that was the
This
sarcophagus.
is a chair.
The walls and the floor of this room are covered with streaks and splashes of dried blood. A bucket half filled with salt sits on the floor nearby. In the middle of the room is a sturdy wooden chair with a bloody whip draped over it.
It's just not nice.
And there's a
I
door.
checked the door here. I listened on the other side because the whip freaked me out.
You hear almost like a woman sobbing.
Hey, it sounded like a woman on the other side of the door crying.
I mean, let's be careful, Jabu, because yeah, it could be the person this whip was used for, but it also could be a trap. And you know, you like to comfort the ladies, so
Well, that's what I was saying. A lady might be in trouble. We gotta help her out. I opened the door.
all right.
Isn't that the right thing to do, Talker?
just be careful.
Look, there's a lady right there in front of me. Hello, lady.
Hello, are you gonna hurt me more?
No, I ain't gonna hurt nobody. I'm Jabu. I like to help people.
Oh, Jabu, thank you. And she goes to give you a hug.
I look to all my comrades and give them a thumbs up. I got a hug.
I said, I'm gonna give you a thumbs down. And so no, I'm scared.
And then she hugs you. You don't feel anything different. She just gives you a long hug.
I'm gonna give her one of my potions since she's all injured.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Ted, now that we see her where she's hugging Jabu, like, what do we see? Like, is she
Wow.
human or is she different?
Nice.
She seems older. She's like definitely in her mid 50s, late 60s. Lady who just seemed to have blood all over her body, drenched from head to toe. She just seems like she was just in a lot of pain.
Well, I just healed her for full. I gave her a damn good potion.
Yeah, she's very happy for that. She says to you, I know the location of a secret door. If you help me so much, I'm gonna get out of here. But before that, I'll show you where it is.
Well, that's very nice of you. You see, everybody, it pays to help people.
Can I? I'm raising my eyebrow at what she's saying, and I want to do an insight check on her.
Sure. All right, hold on.
You know, it's really hard to play a character that never does insight checks.
No. Sometimes those are the best characters.
I believe everybody.
You are not suspicious of her at all.
Well, I stick my chest out because I'm prideful that I help somebody and I want to follow her along. And I wave my arm for my friends to follow.
Thank you so much. Just follow me. I'll show you.
Okay, I'm going to follow you, pretty lady.
I'm gonna follow Jabu in case he gets in trouble.
No, took off.
I'm not gonna let my guard down with my sword.
I guess we all
Okay.
give each other an eye, or just okay. We're following Shambling.
All right, I see you. It's awfully dark in here, but I still see you.
She points at the wall right here. And she says, there's a hidden entrance there. You just push yourself into it.
Well, that's very convenient. Thank you very much.
How did you find out about that?
I was tortured sometimes in there.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Sure.
You poor lady. I'm sorry to hear all that.
You believe her.
Poor lady.
That's what I said. Okay, thank you, lady. What is your name?
Give me 1 second. Let me pull that up.
Gotcha.
My name is Nibra.
And I'm Jabu. Now we friends.
Oh, you're so generous. Thank you so much.
No problem, Libra. I'll see you again.
Yes, please be careful. And she starts walking through Jabu and Thorka because she's looking to leave.
I'm gonna give, like I saw Tarek give like an eyebrow, so I'm gonna give him a touch and I'll cast another Owl's Wisdom onto Tarek. Like I don't know how I feel about her. And I'm grant you
And what does that do for me?
advantage on wisdom checks.
Okay, cool.
And then she looks like she's leaving.
There he goes. Yeah. That's
Eh.
where I go.
We should have killed her.
Hmm. I thought, all right. Is there a way back there?
There is Jabu, does it look like we can really get through there?
I think so. I'm gonna give it a good push.
Just be back.
Sorry, I got weak thumbs. I'm gonna give it another push.
Here, I'll give it. Let me try giving it a push then.
Okay, I get out of the way. I try, but maybe you couldn't do it. I bet you can. I guarantee.
All right, 22 to push.
You don't have any issues pushing through, and as expected, when you push, like she said, you push yourself through to the other side.
That's amazing. I'm following it. Here we go. I did it. Made my thumbs ain't so weak after all.
And I pat Jabu on the head. You did good.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much.
Where did you go?
I'm damn giddy. I might do a little dance right now.
Beacon.
Water. I smell the air immediately.
You notice that the woman is back, and she walks up to you and says, "Can I tell you a secret?"
I'm going
Nibra, you can't be here now, Nibra. You got a good
to
company,
raise my
bro.
dagger. I'll say an infernal yes.
She says to you in Infernal,
Oh shit.
"I love to kill people."
Oh.
And she attacks you.
Oh no.
It's going to be an 8 against your AC and an 18 against your AC.
I'm going
What the
to
hell taking
cast
the
shield and to prevent the second attack from hitting.
what the hell's taking the turtle so long?
And then she
Like,
seems
guys.
to disappear.
Oh. Okay.
Lurk is gonna poke his head back, and he's like, "Hey, what's the holdup, guys? Everything okay?"
No, where are you?
I start kind of looking around.
There you are.
Oh,
I got attacked. She attacked me. She tried to.
she came back and attacked you. Where'd she go?
I didn't see. She went off into the dark. I didn't see. Well, I thought for the way you came.
Wait, Nibra attacked you? Well, that makes you upset.
Come on,
I was wrong about someone else again.
Oh my god.
this way.
This
We
is
don't know
awful for them.
how she can hide. Come on,
Where was the
you
secret
guys
door?
up here.
As soon as you step
Ah.
there, she is going to attack you again. 16 against your AC and 12 against your AC.
No.
And then she is going to disappear again.
All right, you guys go ahead of me.
I'm dodging. Dodging.
Just go ahead of me. Go this way. You'll meet the others.
Okay. Yeah, take a step forward. All
You
right.
just go. I'm gonna guard them here, and I'll have my sword out, readying an attack if she appears.
Tarek, should we hide?
Where are we going? Wait, where are we going?
Up here. There's a secret door. Just push.
Oh,
Hey, Tarek, do you smell
doing
anything
it right?
weird?
I'm pushing through the secret door. Okay. I need to stick out also if I have to push through. Oh, that was.
Like, I move back, still with my sword up and shield up, waiting to see if she appears again, but moving my back towards where I know the wall moves. I wait a moment just to see if she appears, and then I push through.
As you push through, she appears and says,
Ah!
"You're going to die."
And then I charge at her. Oh, she just goes right through there?
Well, are you You said you're pushing through. Are you going to
Yeah,
stop
but
and then charge her instead?
Yes, because I said I was waiting, so I guess I would stop myself from pushing and just charge at her if she did appear.
Okay. Roll for attack.
Okay, so I guess I'll put myself here. I'll roll attack. All right. First attack. Second attack. All right, so 28 and 23.
The 28 will hit. The 23 will not.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna smite on this one.
Okay.
A first level smite. So that's 32 points of damage.
As you come down on her, she as you come down on her, you feel like your weapon goes right through her, cleaving her insides. She has just this bloody grin on her face. The spell of disguise self shows her as a cloaked, dark cloaked woman, and she collapses on the floor dead.
Okay, you okay?
I got her, guys.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I guess I used the tip of my sword to like kind of flick the hood.
Mhm.
And to get like I guess a better like look at her face.
Okay.
What do I see?
You just
was
see
it similar.
Similar to what?
Sorry, my phone's giving me issues with the Discord. So I looked to see if it was like a similar face than what we saw before, or completely different.
Similar, just younger. I mean, she's definitely not in her 60s, 50s. She's like in her 20s, 30s.
Should we come back?
No, just stay there for a moment, and I'll make sure everything else is safe. I'd like to crouch down and just search her body for like anything that would tell me more about her. If she has any like symbols on her or any items, what did she attack me with?
You've already kind of made the assumption that she's probably an assassin. You're not really sure what else as you search her, even with your passive insight and your investigation. You don't really find anything on her other than some daggers.
Okay. So I'll do the same thing, but this time actually completing it, where I will guard myself while moving backwards to the wall, but I will go through the wall.
Okay.
And I'd say, so she appeared again, and it was fast, but I was able to strike her before she struck me, and
Shusuva.
That visage she had of the injured older woman was fake. It was maybe some sort of spell, and she was dressed up I assume as some sort of assassin. Black robes, knives.
Yes.
I couldn't
tried to
really
stab
figure
me.
out anything else.
All right. Yes, we need to keep the guy stuck in the wall.
Can't trust any little old ladies these days.
Especially if they're old.
So
Alright,
this 10-foot wide flooded passage is braced at regular intervals at wooden beams. There are old torch stubs that float in the murky water. And you have a couple choices. There's a door that's over here that you can see. And then there's an opening over here.
Wanna try this door?
Yeah. My kick open the door.
You kick it open. Okay.
Yeah.
Tarek, as you kick open the door, you have this musty smell, like a cellar type of smell, that you just hits you real hard when you open it.
Does it smell like that other?
It does not smell flammable.
All right. It's good to know. Yeah, so I just say that I tell the rest of the party, I said it's a little musty.
Otherwise, it looks empty from what you can see.
So I'll step forward into the room.
I'll step in back of him just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I'll step in too.
When you look in this area, in this side, you notice that there seems to be debris here, like as if one time there were maybe stairs that went up into the city in some kind, but they don't seem to work anymore, and there's definitely nothing on the ceiling that would show you to be able to do anything like that.
Hmm. We do a, I guess, search the rest of the room just to see if we find anything out of the ordinary.
Sure, if you want to do an investigation. You don't find anything out of the ordinary. No secret rooms, no secret passages, nothing crazy.
All right. Looks all clear.
I'm gonna go north.
Okay. As you go north, you hear something.
Oh.
You hear a large animal or a large something making noise. You're not sure where, though.
I'm gonna creep along
Tag.
stealthily.
Tag, I
Sure.
heard something up ahead. Some of the
Everyone,
most dangerous animals you can't see.
everyone can roll a stealth check for me.
What the?
Yeah, you're not going to be stealthy at all.
Ah. Dice rolls are all over the place.
Since it hears you,
as I'm walking
runs
through, I
out.
say, everybody, shh, be quiet. You're too loud.
I think I heard you.
And it roars this murderous cry. You're not sure what it is, but it looks very menacing, and it looks hungry.
Doesn't look friendly at all, does it?
No. And from there, it starts to charge. And that is where we're going to end our session today.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
That was awesome, Ted.
No, it wasn't, Ted. I disagree.
No, that was awesome.
My nipples are hard. I'm ready to go, and you just cut me off.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks, Ted.
it's going to be very scary. We'll see what happens in the next session. You will still be here. There will be no role-playing between sessions, obviously, because you are in front of what looks to be the scariest demon-looking thing that you've ever seen, and it takes up a lot of room.
But what if Tarek and Jabu want to scream since they're in front?
All right, that's fair. If you guys want to role-play screaming in the Discord, different grunty screaming noises, you can. Gurgling.
I just wanted to back.
Yeah. Otherwise, for everybody watching on the Twitch channel, thank you very much for hanging out. These guys are going to talk out of game at this point forward. If you do want to at all subscribe or donate for the fight itself to either help them or harm them, you will be able to do so next week. So pretty mean, but you know, maybe they need the bad luck. Who knows? You know.
Guys, don't be mean to us. You don't know what we've dealt with.
That's true.
I'm already in hell. I don't need help.
Yeah, right.
That's fair. Other than that, we are going to be posting this onto YouTube as one of the episodes, and we might be talking about a play-by-play as well. We'll see what happens. We'll see how much I can go ahead and figure out. But thank you very much. Thank you for hanging out, and appreciate you. So long. See you next week.